How's everybody doing?
All right.
You seem
pretty good.
You seem serious.
Well, no.
What's been going on?
No. Nothing.
Were you a J. Cole fan?
But you're right though.
We're always a J. Cole fan.
He does seem serious.
Are we?
I mean, yeah. I've always been a J. Cole
fan. What do you
fan.
mean? Are we?
You're still, you guys are still fans of J. Cole?
Oh, you're saying still?
So,
wait, I didn't.
still,
I can't.
okay.
Wait, hold on. Maybe I need to put this on more.
Put on for your city.
Pause.
You guys are still J. Cole? Oh, y'all still rock with J. Cole?
Do I rock with J. Cole? Of course I rock with J. Cole.
Oh yeah.
I rock with J. Cole. That's not the, that can't be the question.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to You Might Want to Sit Down for This. I'm DJXP. This is episode, I believe, 67. If it is not, please forgive me.
We should probably get that right.
To the
right
to the right of me.
He said, "Please forgive me."
It off.
Anyway,
anyway, we're moving on.
To the right of me is Trivelle Simpson, aka your favorite CEO, and to the left of me is EverythingOShauN,
aka O'Shawn, EO
season. It's the reason. A lot of things have
and
happened.
you have to introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, no, I did.
He did at the beginning.
DJXP.
He actually said it before us. He actually did the what they say improper thing.
Introducing yourself first.
Is that improper?
I have no idea. I don't believe anything.
Yeah, we're 67.
Okay, so I was going
6'7". Oh, that means okay. So in 2 episodes,
we need a woman,
and we're gonna be freaky talking. So I don't want to give a fuck. I don't want no one to start saying, "Oh, what's going on? Who are you talking about?"
No, 69 going to be the sex episode for sure.
We don't like it is what it is.
So there's one episode of
it is what it is.
And I think I looked at the renovations the other day. We should be able to be in the office by then. Should be great.
It is what it is. That's all I'm saying.
So
interesting.
Okay. The greatest rapper of all time for me cemented his legacy this past week.
Oh, wait, Hove dropped?
Pac came back from the grave. Okay.
Nah.
No, well, you said your favorite rapper. So
no, I said
the what?
I said the greatest rapper.
Oh,
that's right. Okay.
Wow. Okay, maybe I need to. Is this should it be louder in my ears?
Cemented his legacy this past week by just showing that, like, for the past 15 years, Drake has been the only one really keeping it hip hop. Everybody that's ever come at him, he's come back at. The what was in the 90s games of like showing up at people's parties and like talking to people's girls, like the 90s, the pre-social media way you would throw shade. Yeah. Drake has bought that to the modern era. I didn't even know Rick Ross had a lot that was that small for his house. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know you could send an entire drum line to Magic City. Like I didn't know you could do all these things.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that he had a picture of Kendrick Lamar's manager like that. Like
right. There's just little things you're learning about him.
I didn't know Rick Ross could be on Manjaro and not eat for days and be delirious. Like, I Googled it. Wow. Drake is at a level where he's keeping it so hip hop for the modern era. He's not losing any fans. For me, I don't care how Kendrick replies, what he does. I actually don't care. For me, this is a win for hip hop.
Well, I guess it depends on who you ask, but Kendrick. Drake has really shown the modern. Like I think you're referring to the 90s and stuff like that. I think he's representing the modern way to deal in lyrical warfare because since hip hop's inception, I think when different hoods and things of that nature are beefing, I believe, lyrical context and knowing personal information and things like that, all of that matters. But as time went on, it was more so about the shock value of what you're saying. Like, even when we were listening to like the Beanie Siegel State Property versus like the Locks, like a lot of those lyrics and back and forth was about really using wit and for lack of a better word, I want to say comedy, but it's not funny, but it is when you take someone's album title and find a way to use that against them, right? Because it's witty, and in rap there is a comedy element that I think has grown over the years and almost turned hip hop satirical in that sense, but in a general sense, you have to be able to appeal to people's wit, but then at the same time, you have to give people information that perhaps they didn't know or information that they heard rumors about vis-a-vis Tupac hit him up, you claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife, and like giving these intimate details, which speaks to the fact that whenever it released, like that is still a hot song that 10-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 20-year-old, like they're still resonating with Hit 'Em Up.
I was a middle school
Right.
sheltered church boy, screaming, "That's why I effed your bitch, you fat mother." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it was very iconic.
Yeah, and
The energy behind
exactly, and that's not because it was a triple entendre, lyrical exercise of
Straight
magical,
disrespectful.
fanatical, botanical. Like it was because there was information that people didn't know, and it
Straight
was
up
so
disrespect.
disrespectful over such a great production. And he only had one verse on that, right? Or but then
Yeah,
he talks
he had
at
the
the end,
opening verse and he let
and then he let
Everybody else
he let
go.
his niggas eat, and he only required I don't know if it's a 16, perhaps it is for the music people out there, but it didn't really take much for him to get his point across. And I think you think of other disses like Ice Cube and No Vaseline, or like even
Took out the whole of NWA with no Vaseline.
right. And then you think of other disses that were more subtle, or even the Jay-Z and Nas, and
Because you know who did, you know what, you know who, but let's keep that between me and you. Yeah. I personally think, I understand that people give Nas the credit for Ether.
which
Unpopular opinion.
Unpopular.
I don't know. I thought Jay-Z had him before he came with Ether still.
Well,
I didn't
he
think-
did.
He did. He
Ether
did.
was
He
a
did.
serious
he did.
bomb, but like for me, it was a measure of like, this
he
is the
did.
bomb of a dead man. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy already
fighting
got.
for his life at this point.
And
so.
the only reason why people give Ether the credit is because Jay came back after that and said, "Yeah, I effed your baby mom," and it didn't have the thing,
same impact,
but he had already taken him out.
Yeah.
He had already taken him out, in my opinion.
He did.
I would be
agree
of that ilk to agree with that as well. Like I feel that as well.
But let's really just like take in
But yeah, let's get to what
Yeah, what do you guys
Drake
want
was able to do.
what's happening here. So Saturday, I wake up. I wasn't really engaged in the process when the reference track was out. I was
Okay, I
engaged
was.
in the
I was.
process
I was.
when it was the real record.
Okay,
no,
so
I
I
was-
was.
I was-
So, okay, so what was that like for you then?
So when you talk about hip hop Twitter, which like I say, Twitter is as much as Elon is Eloning, it is the most direct and easiest way to get information out. You don't have to upload a video.
It's quick, it's instant.
It's not being gate kept or filtered through, so it's right away. So
You
then
can get
have
your
to-
shit off right away.
1000%. And the way that the hip hop Twitter operates is you have these pages that are known for procuring content. A lot of times they bring up leaks and things that are unauthorized. Many times the origin of where it came from is questionable, but a lot of these pages have built up their credibility, especially when some of these things end up being true and real. So I think the page was Karuko or something like that. They had posted the initial version of the Drake diss, which what's it called again?
Drop and give me 50.
Drop and give me 50. But what was the what was it was like something in brackets or some shit like
Push-ups.
that. Yes, yeah, push-ups, drop and
Like
give me
some
20.
push-ups.
Those push-ups, drop and give me 50.
Yeah, so exactly. So that was going around first, and
Even that title is old school.
and
It's
right.
like, so, like,
But even at the time, there wasn't an actual title. It was just I want to get the actual clip because the thing. Oh, but you know what? I will say that it did end up getting taken down. So on first listen, the version that everybody hears today, if they go to look it up, is different from what was originally put up there. There was a Biggie sample in the background. The way from a production standpoint, an engineering standpoint, so people that deal with music that way will understand. There was something about that iteration of the diss that felt very AI-ish in the sense and if you ask me, okay, what does that mean to me? Like some of the compression and some of the language and transitioning to certain parts and just the way that
It wasn't mixed.
the unmixed nature of it or whatever that truly means, and just the compression that the internet also does, and then Twitter's algorithm that crunches it down. It just felt like it was put together and it wasn't necessarily a person doing it. So,
but here's the thing, because of AI now is the only reason why we would think that though. That's the thing, because the danger of this AI now with all these different versions of people taking a Biggie's voice and rapping Tupac's lyrics or what have you, because of all of that now online, it doesn't matter what. The first thing you're gonna think is this AI? Before, maybe we would say, is this real, or is this, or is this old, or is this someone's ghostwriter?
Now, like, is this totally fabricated?
Is this a robot? Now is this a robot now? Exactly. No matter what.
Yeah. And to top it off, like we had talked a couple of episodes ago, the thing that people are not understanding about AI is when they think of AI, they just think of you're inputting lyrics into a computer, pressing truncate to Drake's vocals, and then it just comes. But what happens is it's a plugin that you have to actually input the lyrics using your voice, and then you record it, set it, and then you apply a setting that overtakes your voice and switches your vocal algorithms to Drake's diction and the way that he says things and the inflections, so that he creates that. So it requires a human element. So if you know that a rapper doesn't rap a certain way, even if vocally it's still intact, you should know that that is not what they usually sound like. So that usually is the dead giveaway. If they're using new flows or inflections and things and rhyme patterns that they don't usually use, that lets you know, no, this is probably actually not real at all. But in the era of people using different flows,
because what if he just wanted to just
try something new?
Try something new.
Exactly.
With the new flow pattern or
So when they're hearing that in that first iteration and it got taken down, that Karuka page or whatever, it got taken down, but I ended up saving it to my computer because I wanted to play it back because I'm like, no, this is like crazy. And then I don't know what the timeline difference is from that iteration to the final version.
I heard it when obviously Academics came out with it on stream, which is like midday.
And which was when?
That was around midday.
Okay, of Saturday.
And apparently the thing was that like somebody hit him and said, "Yo, don't stop playing the reference record. Here's the record."
Yeah. That was
because I've seen guys
who
even
gave
do
it
reaction.
To him again?
He said Drizzy gave it to him.
And I would believe that too, to be honest.
Because
there's Who Kid tag on it though.
Yeah.
Which version?
The latest one.
Okay. Yeah, the real version.
The real version.
Okay.
Because I see people who did like reaction videos to the AI version.
Sorry, the first iteration.
The reference version.
Yeah.
So then I hear it when Academics, he has his 2 pages.
Yeah.
And I get reference to the stream. I go to YouTube, I Google it, and it was, or YouTube it, sorry. And it was everywhere.
And it was everywhere.
And the version I picked to listen to slapped.
Absolutely. And the thing is, I know a lot of people, just talking about the musicality of it, a lot of people do enjoy the second version, the polished version, but something about that first version just felt very
the production on that second version is nuts.
No, I understand, but I think I'm partial to the Get Money sample, the Biggie sample, which of course ties back to Diddy, which in that first version of the diss, he gives a Diddy diss to Ricky Rose when he says you should be worrying about your situation with
Diddy. Yeah.
Right, but then the final version that doesn't happen, and people have a lot of different reasonings why that doesn't happen, a lot of reasoning why that changes. Like someone on the Bad Boy camp either tapped him and said no, but the thing is, the reason why I'm just not doing that right now. But I don't even know if that's the reason. But the thing is, I look at it like that song is not available on any streaming or official channel. So if he wanted to say that, he could without any
no, because it's out there and it's still my name on it. So
yeah,
that's not what I would want. And you hear more and more that apparently part of Rick's issue with him is that he didn't clear a verse for French where he was talking about piping Kim.
Oh, you think the reason why, and we're off on a tangent, but you think the reason why he didn't clear that French verse was because Drake was talking about Kim on that, piping Kim on that?
I heard a reference to the track. He talks about sleeping with rappers' wives.
Okay, yeah, because I heard the verse. I heard the
right.
Yeah.
So I could see him saying, "Man, that's a bit heavy. I'm not doing that, bro. This guy's chilling.
I'm not on that anymore.
I'm not on that no more."
Okay, so you feel like it was a
100%. I could see him saying, "Honestly, bro, I'm not really on that no more.
Yeah.
I'll throw you a next one, but I'm busy." And French saying, "Nah, man, like the verse is hot. I'm going with it." And he's like, "Fam, are you crazy?" And then sends him a cease and desist.
Yeah. So well, and you're an active artist, so I guess you could chime in on something like that. But before you do, I just want to clarify. So you feel like it was a situation where there was something that Drake said in that French Montana verse that he no longer stood by and just did not want it to be out in the public, which
you don't want that energy on him.
And I guess the two questions is because there's been situations, O'Shaun, where you've recorded verses and then months later the artist that you sent it to ends up releasing it. So then perhaps at that point in time, your feeling or mentality of what you said might be different. So can you resonate? Can you see yourself in a situation with that where you say something on a record and then you're in a different space, and such a different space that you actually have to put an injunction on it? Or you can just speak to it in general.
I can't really say right now. Maybe if I'm like up like that, maybe there's you know what I mean. But I'm just so like, I'll just tell people that's old. Like I'm just that's
Right.
old track. That's just not like that's me now. But if what I said in it has something to do with some business situations, and I'm in business with certain people and they don't want me to, then I can see myself going that way. But if we're just talking creatively, and someone already promised them or whatever, it's like, yeah, it was an old record, guys. Just chill out.
I could see it more being he just didn't want the energy on it.
See, and to be honest with you, like I consider when it comes to music that I have a particular brain that tries to think of those things. But I guess when I heard the verse, maybe I wasn't listening to it analytically to see if there was something nefarious that perhaps he didn't really. I just heard the verse and thought, wow, this verse is like really well done. Like this sounds like really good. Like I understand why French would be mad that after you laid this kind of verse, you actually and I guess that leads to my delusion or not understanding about how strong these industry relationships really are in the grand scheme. Because if I'm thinking the song's called Splash Brothers and you're obviously talking about the same women that they've hit or whatever, I just would have assumed that their relationship was that cool where if what you're saying is true, French could convince Drake like, yo, it's calm, like it's fine, like don't even worry about it, like it's not that serious.
Because I'm Drake. I also feel like what we're realizing, especially with the way he hopped on that record and just shot at people.
Which way? Or this
Drake, yeah,
got it.
What we're realizing is Drake. I think Drake is at a place now where I've always thought he has no more peers. These guys are not his colleagues.
When do you think he got to that point?
2019.
I was about to say
after the Raptors won the championship, I think Drake was like, yo. Because think of it, the Raptors won the championship. He was all over that. So in his mind, he won a championship. And he was named Artist of the Decade the year after.
2020.
Yeah.
Pandemic.
Bro, it's like, yeah. It is me. It was me. The only guy who dethroned me for the past 10 years is Psy. Like, I feel like he sits there.
Who?
It was Psy. Remember, Gundam Style had him beat.
Okay.
Time at number one. But other than that, bro, he was on... He was there. It was him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether I had an album that had me at number one or I had a feature that had me at number one.
Yeah.
Then, like, that is probably the period of time where he really starts to understand, like, yo, if I got a couple more, I'm passing Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that probably enters his mind as a certain
from 2020, because it's only a couple projects he puts up. Since then, he put out CLB, Demo Dark Lanes. He put out the house record, Honestly Nevermind.
Her Loss, which is one of his top.
And obviously now he had For All the Dogs.
Yeah.
Where I think the first person shooter is what helps him pass Mike.
Yes.
And he references I'm one away from Michael Beat It on that record.
What a meta type of situation that's like.
So in 2020, he's like, yo, y'all are not really like me.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of coming to the venues you go to and like acting like y'all are like me. Y'all are not like me. Y'all don't even be dealing with what I be dealing with.
Yeah.
My whole empire is just at a level that, bro, when the man says, I'm in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan and y'all can't get booked out of the States for that, bro, that's flexing. That's like, bro, y'all don't understand. I'm a global figure. I go everywhere and they know me and they show me love.
But
you guys are not at that level. You guys play small venues in Worcester, and I'm playing the O2 3 nights in a row.
But as a spectator of Drake's career, I feel like he's been at that space
for a while.
Yes, but he wasn't walking in that. Because I was at the show, the audio clip that Rick used where he's like, yo, there's one dude who I love to make music with, whatever. Bro, I saw that.
Yeah.
So I've seen him do the thing of like, yeah, I'm better, but I'm not going to like walk
Straight
and live in that because I know how you Americans can be. I felt that energy off of him of like, I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way because I know how you Americans can be. The only person he really went for was Kanye, and I think that's because, remember, Kanye did his first music video. There was an admiration there for Kanye.
Yeah.
And I think Kanye's manic episodes, I think, literally hurt him. I think he was like, dude, what the hell? Because you know this, when you're working and baking bread with somebody and in those spaces, and you look up to them and you're kind of both like the backpack, not really street guys, there's a connection that you probably feel, and then the guy just goes warped on you. Yeah, I'm going to feel some type of way.
Especially if he's blindsided by it.
Especially if I'm blindsided by it with the poop diddy scoop thing. Okay? Lift yourself. Now, bringing it all the way forward, another thing I love about this is I don't think anybody can beat Drake in battle.
In battle rap?
Yeah. And of the current pluck of artists. And the reason why is the only reason Pusha was able to catch the win is he said something that
nobody knew.
The mass world didn't know. Industry people knew. I think like there were some minor hip hop blogs, there were rumors and stuff.
Yeah.
But the world didn't know that. But if you listen to the records, Duppy's better than Story of Adidon.
Well, yeah, in terms of, but yeah.
It's better. It's just that the more shocking piece of information was on the second record.
But that's the power of the diss, right?
For me, I don't think Drake really has a skeleton in his closet like that.
Not anymore.
The only skeleton
that's why
that he
people
would
are
have,
reaching out right now.
because bro, if Drake was on some like, okay, so let's just be honest. Because of how sometimes homophobic rap can be, if Drake was in some like Diddy thing where like they had him like booed up with like Meek or whatever, and it was confirmed with pictures, that would take him out.
I would argue that it wouldn't. I would argue that I would argue that hip hop would change its stance. I think, and that's speaking to
if
more
he was
so
at what the scenario he just said though. That's what he told
like
me.
Hugging up a man. Like, okay, you see the footage of Justin Bieber and Jaden Smith at Coachella hugging up a man and kissing on the back of his neck? Bro, if there's footage like that of Drake, he's out of here, bro. That would done him off.
You say no.
I don't agree.
All right. In my opinion, I think that does him off, but I think Drake learned from the Pusha T thing.
Yeah.
He's not in that position with these guys anymore. These guys cannot touch him.
Yeah. That I agree with.
These guys cannot touch him.
I think he's come to that realization. It's just interesting because I know a lot of artists who don't necessarily walk in that, like they feel like they have something to prove. So the realization of him saying, I'm actually him and you guys aren't. And you know, the thing about hip hop that's so interesting is that these things are opinion based. You know what I mean? Because there are so many metrics in which, like when someone says artist A is better than artist B, like what are you actually talking about? Because better is subjective unless you are going to clearly identify a metric that you're using and a rubric and what you consider to be better than artist A and artist B. Because if not, then better, it's just an empty word that people use. You know what I mean? And one of the things that came up online was and even in the disses, the Drake diss particularly, he talks about, you know, he opens the verse with talking about how he put Future's first number one in his hand, right? And I found a link with a bunch of information which we've heard about called the Drake stimulus package, which you know, people have argued that Drake's first number one records were quote unquote given to him by Rihanna, and you know whether that is the factor. So it's not a rapper. Not, and that's the thing. Rihanna operates in, and I hate the word pop, but I'm gonna use it because we have to, because it's
all Kendrick's music. Number one records come from other people.
1000%. Absolutely.
And Drake pointed that out. I didn't even clock it until he just drew attention to it.
Yeah.
And said, yo, SZA got you white. Like, just, oh yeah, these are the records that got you there.
Exactly.
We talked about this before when he talked about the Maroon 5 and the Taylor Swift verse. We talked about that here.
It's like he heard it.
Bringing that up again. It's
like he heard it. Like,
yo, you're Mr. Compton. You're Mr. Conscious. You doing a record for the Swifties?
Don't forget, I did a commercial, but I'm acting. Like, that's not really the same. But listen to this. So,
what day is it? Tuesday? Kendrick hasn't come out yet? Bro.
But even before we go there, let's just go into a diatribe that some people might not understand when we talk about the Drake stimulus package, because these are facts. This is not opinion based. So we'll look at this. This first line in this document.
Get him on your record. You selling more?
Absolutely. This document says Drake assisted 32 artists to their highest Hot 100 position at the time, and here are the artists that he did that with.
Listen to this list.
2 Chainz, yes. 21 Savage, ASAP Rocky, Black Coffee, Blockboy JB, DJ Khaled, Division, 5 Yo Foreign, French Montana, Future, Giggs, Giveon, I Love McConan, Georgia Smith, Kendrick Lamar, Kyla, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, Madrid Jordan, Meek Mill, Offset as a solo artist, Playboy Cardi, Party Next Door, Quavo as a solo artist, Rick Ross, Romeo Santos, Sampha, Sosa Geek, Summer Walker, The Weeknd, Travis Scott, Wizkid. Okay? So
here's my issue.
Who's Kyla again?
More than half
on One Dance.
More than half of that list are people who are trying to come for him now. Probably just because he cut him off for the Vine, like the prodigal son. Drake probably hit a certain level where he's like, honestly, this whole we do one for you, I do, like, y'all not actually doing nothing for me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be over here with these young boys who show me the respect I deserve. I feel like 21 Savage shows him respect.
For sure.
Yeah.
As a Don saying, yo, I'm doing what I'm doing in Atlanta, but I rate what you've done. Yeah. Thank you for the checks. Mm-hmm. Ray. I feel like he shows him respect. I feel like Future tries to operate like a peer, and I feel like Drake just doesn't understand what this nigga's talking about. Yeah. I feel like Future's like, man, me and you've been doing it for a long time. And I feel like, yo, bro, even I get that sometimes when you know you've been running with somebody, but like you set a pace so far ahead of them and they start trying to group us, you look at the nigga like, we both been doing it, but like, I mean, you do understand that, like,
they both have been doing it. I will agree, but I think where the difference lies between the two is in the brass tacks of when it comes to like rapping. Like the difference between, because Drake's career, Future's career starts in the 2010s. Drake starts at the turn of the century. So that's, put it at 2009, if you will. But they are essentially going at the same time, but their trajectories are different. One sticks to the melodic, heavily auto-tune, and yes, Drake does do that, but then he also has this side where he can get very surgical with a pen in terms of from a lyricist perspective. So even if their careers can be compared, because Drake is a rapper's rapper and he can drop a diss record that can be clever and witty in a lyrical sense, it sets him apart from what Future may see in himself as we are actually on the same page, because they're not in that sense. But in terms of just dropping hits and dropping records, you could make a play for that.
And y'all killed me for this because I was wrong. It's not bigger than Encore Linkin Park. It's not. But when Drake came out, well, honestly, never mind. It put him in another place because Drake can literally look at these guys and say, yo, there are venues I can play that they will not invite you to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
There's countries that Drake can do a 1 hour set in Greece. Right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying other artists can't do that, but it's not the same. Mm-hmm. The clientele that comes out for Drake, bro. I was in New York a couple weeks ago, bro.
Yeah.
Last minute, I heard about a Drake party, bro. The women that line up to come into the Drake kickbacks, the women that line up for
it's like his concert.
I've seen the girls who line up to go to the Quavo or the Migos kickbacks. I've seen that. Yeah. Y'all are beautiful, Absolutely. But the women that be showing up to the boy kickbacks.
It's more eccentric.
Oh, my days. Bro, they're from everywhere.
Yeah.
They're from all over.
They're from everywhere.
They're from all over. Bro, you get me?
Yeah.
Bro, the man, I rate what he's doing. He's stealing your wife if you didn't treat her right.
Yeah.
Or she
wanted to make the jump.
Or she wasn't really your wife.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, Drizzy must have heard the episode. Man, if you dogging her out.
Yeah.
You know? He's doing that. He's keeping it hip-hop. Y'all came for me. I finished my tour making my bread that consistently has me making more than y'all. Yeah. So I took care of business first.
Yeah.
Then I came out the first available weekend.
Yeah.
The only reason I waited is I didn't know who else you were going to have on your second little album that y'all doing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's real cool. Oh, the Weeknd on there? All right, cool. Let me throw in some lines for his manager.
Yeah.
Take care of this. I'll put this out on Saturday. Bro, the man
put this out is a interesting word because
you know he leaked it. He leaked it to stuff on the album.
And And
y'all know that's what he did because we haven't heard nothing about We Still Don't Trust You at all.
I will say this.
Well,
like that, like there ain't gonna be no number one record coming off. We Don't Trust You.
oh, of the two, number two.
Yeah.
No,
We Still Don't Trust You. Well, we still not listening to the album, bro, because Drake, fam.
Right. I'll say this. We were, when you talk about 2024 and you talk about disses, we touched on some previous disses that have existed. I don't think it's enough today, or maybe ever, to just drop a diss, commercially available, ready for streaming, especially when you talk about it being a retaliatory diss. Because when Kendrick Lamar drops like that, it's an official release. It's on an album. Hold on. It's an official release, right? It's on an album. It's a secret because the track listing doesn't even mention Kendrick. And when you listen to the song on its own, like we were talking about, it does not sound like it is something that is directed at Drake at all. So it becomes a surprise. So I can only imagine being the first listener who clicked on title at 12. I have titles, sorry. At 12:01, and then is listening to the album sequentially, and then falls into like that, and then here's Kendrick, and then here's him getting at Drake. It's like such an over-sensory experience. So when you talk about the response, you have to get clever. When we were listening to old disses and how they were broken in by, we were hypothesizing.
Did you know Kendrick Lamar was giving up 50% of his bag?
No, but I don't think it's far-fetched.
I didn't know Kendrick Lamar was giving up 50% of his bag.
But I just wanted to quickly just mention the point of just the rollout, right? I think rollouts.
I don't give Kendrick no credit for that.
No. I'm talking about Drake's rollout.
Okay.
So Drake knowing the history of hip hop, because I believe, and no matter what he says, he's like LeBron, he's a hip hop historian. I think the way that disses find themselves in the zeitgeist of human consumption is important. And it speaks to the organic nature of how people discover things. So
how did Back to Back come out?
On his SoundCloud.
Okay.
So Drake is known for doing it in those ways. So I think he potentially, and maybe I'm wrong, and I apologize, Drake, if it's false, but I believe that they leaked that first iteration deliberately, because what happens is it starts in the rumblings of the Reddit / subculture of the internet first, not in an official capacity that blew up right away on Funk Flex or DJ Envy or this and that and the third, but it comes in such an organic way that the question about, is it AI? Is it not? Is this real? Is this official?
It puts it in the conversation before the record drops.
So it gives it a certain bubble that, ironically enough, speaks to the authenticity of the record in itself. And it lets it hit a bunch of different levels of interest. So it gets to the nerds and the people that stay on the internet first, and then they authenticate it and they start talking about it. And then it starts to get to different levels, different sites that have, or different pages that have more reputation start reposting it because okay, this is getting some talk about it. It's saying this about Rick Ross and this, it's talking about Future and this, it's talking about Shut the Fuck Up and Do Your Drums. It has Get Money. And then it keeps rising and they start noticing this and they're sitting back and like, okay, this is really picking up traction. Should we just wrap up the final version that we actually have? And as that's going on, and then the major more blogs of the academics and these people start posting it, and they're taking it down to give it that undergroundy hip hop backpack blog era feel. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but since the advent of the streaming era, when you talk about Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, there is no blog era where, you have this random song that's on a blog and then gets big. Everything now that people consume as listeners is through official channels. Like, people don't even recognize people's leaks anymore unless it's on Spotify. They need that officiality because life is too complex. There's too many things going on. We just have our streaming service on our phone. That's all we can really handle. So when you have this disc that's picking up traction outside of that is different. So he knows that will get the purists talking first and then get to the second tier of the casual listeners and then get to his fans. And then release it kind of officially, but also not officially, because it's still not available on streaming as of this recording. I apologize if by the time you hear this, it's on Spotify.
Whatever he's doing, whatever he's done, it's masterful. It's genius. I'm making my declaration right now. I don't think anybody beats him. That Rick Ross reply was mid. That's why I'm not even talking about it. That Rick Ross reply was actually trash, in my opinion.
Well, Sean, you talk about it.
How you feel?
What did you think
About Ross?
Yeah. Ross should have stayed home on the marble floor.
No, I believe. Well, sorry.
With the velour and the
No, say what you believe.
Hey, what do you think? Oh, I believe. That's stupid. That's fucking stupid. Nah, okay. Well, while you sip tea, I think Ross is smart because Ross hasn't been in and I love Ricky Rose. He hasn't been in the conversation.
Ross better go open a new Wingstop.
But that's what this. But this is what happened. This whole thing is business, man. So I love Ross.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I don't, and he's definitely always been one of my favorite rappers, 100%.
There's no business here.
But he shouldn't be here in terms of the context of what's going on.
Yeah, there's no business.
But now, as we all know in the social media age, and a lot of people are talking about Rick Ross. Now his name is on all blogs. It's on this post. It's on that
getting
post.
Roasted and cooked.
But it don't. But in this world, in
also
this,
holding his ground.
it doesn't. But it don't matter because his name is now there. When his name was to most people or a lot of people, it was cold.
Yeah, it was
right. It was cold. Now it's back. Right. And if he does drop a record that's not dissing Drake, but drops a record that's fire,
what is that?
They're gonna go check it out. So for him, he's doing this strictly.
Business.
He's this business, but yes, in this context, we don't want him to be involved.
Rick don't have no part here.
We don't want him. We don't want anybody to be involved in this.
However,
Metro Boomin don't have no part. I mean,
but it's okay that he's providing. He's providing
I'll
great.
provide an alternative.
He's providing great content.
He is, and Metro Boomin has been shooting at Drake.
I mean,
for a while.
Drake is providing great content for making fun of this guy. So
I think Metro's done though. Metro's
done what?
Yeah, in what
like
context?
there's nobody he can partner up with to
do what?
To defend himself.
He's a producer and he's fired, so he doesn't need to do anything.
Okay,
so
good
he's protected because he's not an artist. But if he was an artist getting slain like this, then it would affect his business. But he's a producer; it's not going to affect him anyway, and he's fired. So like the production that he's given,
he'll be all right.
He'll be all right.
Okay, yeah.
If he starts talking or start to rap or start doing some stuff like that like if he was a Timbaland or Swiss or one of these guys who have to vocalize what's going on the track, it would be a different story.
I also want to say the first casualty of war for this battle for World War III of hip hop is J. Cole. Time of death. I'm calling time of death on J. Cole's career.
But before we get into the J. Cole, because I do want to talk about it a little bit. Drake also has a task that perhaps maybe people are underestimating or not really focusing or zeroing on, and it's the 20v1 thing that he mentioned. He has a lot of people who are getting at him in a short window of time, and I don't know about you, and I understand that the Like That is now spending its third week at #1, and that is great, and that's that. Like, I will never take that away, those type of accolades away from artists, and shout out to Kendrick, Future, and Metro. But
you saw that meme or thing, or I don't know if it's a meme, but the screenshot of OVO sending invoice over to the $1 million invoice to the label of because
using Drake's name,
using his name to promote the record, which is crazy. No matter how you look at it, as long as this until somebody Drake or somebody out there puts out a hit record, this record is going to stay around this top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
because there's so much interest.
This particular record, because it's all going to keep stemming to
if Kendrick comes out of his face and replies, the record that's going to take it over is Drake's reply.
That's what I said.
If he puts out a song,
what I know is that streaming.
What I tell people all the time is that Drake already showed us the blueprint. He comes with a charged up. This is his charged up.
And I love to charge up, so that's what.
So did I.
Okay.
But people forget charged up because what he had in the tuck was nuts. Drake is a master 1-2 puncher.
It's great.
He is. He knows what he's doing.
I really do believe that he had a secret pusher record where he's like, I just cannot stand by him.
No, and there was a record. We just don't know the contents of it and what it was stopped. Saying. But back to the 20v1 thing. If I'm Drake and all these people are shooting at me, I understand that my main battle or my main point of contention is with Kendrick, for example. But I don't come out very often. Like, like you said, I've come into this recent realization that I'm him, for example. I'm not going to take this opportunity where I'm making a record that I don't know how long it is. I don't know if it's 3 minutes or whatever, or 2 minutes and so, but I'm not going to spend all that time on Kendrick when Kendrick only technically had a couple of lines for me on his outing. So I'm going to take this time to also shoot at everybody else who was talking about me. Like, I know people try to take that away from what he was saying.
Wait, people took that away from him?
Reason, bro. John Morant caught a string.
That's not. What do you mean for no reason? He told you what was the reason?
No, fam.
Yeah,
but it's just that's my point.
explained.
He was just in a mentality where he was probably just like, honestly, I know these guys don't like me. I'm
Or I've had a feeling
I've
about
been
it
known they don't like me.
And now
I want to talk about it.
And here's my time to talk about it and address each one of you because I don't come out this often. So let me take this opportunity
Perspective
to
is
get it out of you.
Perspective is interesting because on the other side, there are people who literally say there must be something wrong with Drake if all these people have a problem with. I'm telling you, that's what is.
It's possible, but
that is what is the. That's the flip side.
Worst case scenario.
That's the flip side.
Worst case scenario. Yeah. Worst case Scorpio petty Toronto guy scenario is that Drake's the guy who will fuck your girl.
Well, you're saying it like it's a question. No, it's been proven that that's the case.
I just think it's crazy.
So and I think it's
allegorically speaking.
And I think that in the modern what else is this? In the modern dating world where niggas try and claim women that they don't really have cuffed up.
Yeah. Yeah,
it'll be girlfriend number 7, and you'll be saying, "Yeah, that's my girl. You can't talk to her." And I feel like Drake does not play by those rules. If it's your wife and you're holding her down and she's the mother of your kids, I'll leave her alone. Well, if it's just a shorty you pull up to the venue with.
You said that somebody at one point he didn't.
Who, for Kanye? That's different. That was a vendetta.
Yeah.
Because bro, the guy knows about the family. The guy even said, "Yo, y'all was at what was it? Summer Jam stage. That was tight. Y'all was slick as hell. Bet it start to change if his BM start to kiss and tell."
Yeah, talking about
he's talking about Kylie.
But
the
I
man
also,
knows
but I also
the
heard
family.
it was talking about. He was actually talking about Travis because when he talks about the summer, the stage,
Kylie.
He said Kylie.
Yes. Okay.
So he knows the family.
Yeah.
So how does he know so, bro? If I was these niggas, I would be running home. Yo, how does he know so much?
Because girls kiss and tell.
And men be laying up with them and getting this information, and you know what I mean. But back to we'll talk about the J. Cole part of it.
Time of death, he's dead.
I'm gonna say this.
But wait, can I say one more thing though? I mean, if I'm allowed,
you're absolutely allowed.
I just want to say this one thing.
Open space.
I just on social media, Twitter, X, whatever, Instagram. I don't want to discuss with nobody about who's better, Drake or Kendrick, or who did a better verse, Drake. Okay, I actually don't even want to listen to people discuss about Drake and Kendrick if they don't like one of the people. I think it's a mute argument, and your bias is too loud. The people who are complaining about the Drake verse don't like Drake, and it's very, very apparent. The things that Drake does, if somebody else did, I told you guys in a few pods ago. I don't remember.
If Drake had a verse with Maroon 5, they'd kill him. Drake had a verse with Taylor Swift.
We said that. We said that before.
This has been stated on this podcast before, guys. So when Drake goes and says this, when you guys keep saying I keep listening to different things, different podcasts, different conversations, and people will be talking about, but Drake's gonna lose because he's a pop artist, and then I'd be looking like, so are you guys to tell me that Kendrick is not a pop artist either?
That would be disingenuous to say because
he's not a pop artist because what the fuck is pop? What is a pop artist? What does pop mean? It means popular. It means popular. You are a popular artist. That means you cross a plethora of demographics. So now Kendrick is the and there's actually people who are holding that verse of what Kendrick did over a whole diss track of Drake because they don't like Drake. Yes. Like it's just and saying how the funny thing, I don't know if it was Joe or somebody who said that how if Cole, because we're getting into that,
we're gonna get
pause. But if Cole and Drake got on a record and started dissing Kendrick, they said it would be corny, and I'm like. I that rubbed me the wrong way because I'm like, the hip hop that I remember listening to, there's no fucking rules, bro.
When it comes to this,
I listened to Jay-Z and Nas battle and saw Jay-Z tell Beanie, get him, and Beanie and
brought his friends
and
with
state
him.
property with fucking like all of them were dissing.
All of Philly, man.
We're dissing Jadakiss,
everybody.
Freeway,
Dissing Jadakiss,
dissing
Styles,
Jadakiss, Styles,
Luch.
Nas,
Bro, there's no real.
all of them.
All of that
Hit 'em up as a
side.
group record.
It was a group record, yeah. So when they talk about, I hear Hot 97 or all these guys or whoever, I don't remember what radio they're talking about. Yeah, they're talking about
bunch of them,
diss
yeah.
tracks, the best diss tracks. But that was a group attack. So why would the Drake?
Even 50. A lot of 50s. 50 used to get G Unit and deploy them.
There was a record of
yeah.
there's a record of 50 Cent, Eminem, Busta Rhymes getting a Ja Rule. On the same, on the
that
same
whole,
record.
the whole
But
aftermath.
But these, so
Interscope
I have a
thing.
problem. That's why I keep saying it's because Drake's Canadian. It's because Drake is
want
the
us to stand
biggest.
alone, and he's
It's-
willing to do
it's
it.
like I just don't rate. I don't rate it, yo. Like there's a different metric that is applied to Drake that other people don't have to do,
Live by, I
and
don't.
most of the people that do that is because you don't fuck with Drake.
That's
yo.
also why he's out of here, because he's playing by a different set of rules. Y'all made it hard for him. He came out great.
I just don't want to deal with
Yeah,
it.
I'd rather talk to people who
Like, I wanna
actually
hear
like
you-
both artists.
Yeah, you fuck with both, and now you give me your opinion on what you
because
think
I
is
know
going
it'll
on.
be
'Cause
it'll
most-
be balanced.
Because if you're
It'll be a
but if
balanced
you're but let's be
response.
biased, I guess, to those haters, because if you like Drake and you like Kendrick and you see what's going on right now, there's no doubt in your mind that Drake is up right now.
I think-
there should be no
Because,
convoluted
yeah.
idea in your mind that says
He's up,
yeah,
but
the-
it's the same thing with the infrared verse. Pusha T came out with the infrared verse, which the initial step, if it's a verse, doesn't count. The first rebuttal record, Duppy, Drake was up when he dropped Duppy. Then I can't lie. Story of Adidon had the whole world say, "What in the hell is going on?"
it did.
Mm-hmm.
So we reversed it. So Kendrick is on the clock.
He's been
He's on the clock, and but you know what's
He
funny?
hasn't been on the clock. He's been on the clock since Saturday.
He's been on the
yeah.
clock for years because they said that Drake
He has a 4-year-old
they said he
disc
had-
or whatever,
They-
a really old disc.
Probably
that's
doesn't
been
apply
sitting there.
anymore.
Well, and that too. But I will say, somebody who I'm not going to mention, not that he's going to hear this, but somebody who works in the industry was saying the reason why Kendrick is not on the clock, and he runs a streaming service, but he says the reason why Kendrick is not on the clock is because of the stats and the accolades that has being a top
Oh, shut up.
record. Yeah,
I hate that.
Because
Shut up.
and the problem, and I welcome
That's
people's-
bullshit.
No, it is.
People were saying Drake was on the clock.
Yeah, I welcome people's
They
opinions.
said Drake was on the clock.
They were telling him
after
to drop
like
before the album came out.
yeah.
They said he has to come out on the Friday.
So how can Drake be on the clock? People, I've literally watched different platforms that are not even music platforms say Drake has what's Drake gonna? He hasn't
Jersey-
responded yet. What's
Jersey
going on?
already
He's
told
taking
us.
a long time.
He already told us.
Yeah.
They
gonna come-
changed the rules because they hate to see Drake up. So they changed rules for
They
everybody.
changed it. It's sick. It's really sick.
Changed
I
rules
wish
for
y'all would
everybody.
realize that you're changing the metrics for this guy.
yeah, those for him,
You're
yeah.
changing it because he's Canadian. You're changing it because he goes in different genres. You're changing it because he can flow in and out. You change it because he's a fucking big in, like you said, big in Japan and big in Missouri.
But also, because in the interest of time,
And we'll get to J. Cole because I think we're gonna get there because I think
No,
that's
go
an
ahead.
important
Time of
that's that's an important thing. I want to say
terms
this:
of-
the reason why it doesn't apply to J. Cole as much as maybe you might
What
think.
doesn't
What doesn't
J.
apply
Cole?
to J. Cole?
The time of death and the impact
oh, no, he's
of.
done. He had a great career. Nobody's
Okay, but-
gonna buy the
well,
follow.
let's-
But can I?
Sure.
Okay,
The fall off.
Yeah. I would say is because he's already on the sunset part of his career.
How do you know?
Because he talks about it a lot. He talks about the fall off being his final project. He talks
He said it
about
before, and then he started going, and then he started saying he's the best and
did.
better than everybody. He's going to kill everybody.
Yeah, he doesn't mean it.
and then
So
he,
then stop. So why do we pick and
and then he starts saying that he wants his relationships in the game to still withstand when he's on the latter part of his career, meaning the ending part. So he starts to see where this back and forth with these artists are going.
It
And
wasn't
he
a back and
realizes,
forth.
right? Or what do you mean by that?
So he looked at what part of this back and forth, like
After
him-
he did his verse and he sees how, and I'm sure he figured out or he heard
did a
how
so- he
Drake
did a
is coming.
song.
Right. No, I understand because he felt compelled to respond for the hip hop competitive nature, but maybe he sat down with himself after and realized that this is not something he wants a part of. But I will
He should
agree.
have stood up then.
I will agree though that I think it is convenient that he gets to do that after hearing the response that people felt about the record that
Listen.
it wasn't very strong. So I'm not
Well,
going to
the
take
people
that
don't like
away.
it.
huh?
The people
Well, they
not
just
like it?
didn't think.
Like him apologizing?
No, didn't like the 7-minute drill. They didn't like.
No, there's a lot of people that didn't like it.
Oh, word.
There was a very large discourse that it didn't.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I did as well.
Like
but
I didn't hate it. There were a lot of people that thought it was soft, and it sounded like he didn't mean it, and it sounded like he was.
Oh well, he didn't. I mean, in hindsight, they were right.
Right, but a lot of people wouldn't have thought that if he didn't say that. There's a select group that would say, I feel like he didn't mean it, but this solidified that, and then now everybody else will listen to it with different ears. Now we're gonna go. Actually, yeah, you know what? He didn't mean it. That's not what.
It sounded like a pow. Like, you know when you jab your friend, like, yo, bro, stop it.
I think
he's done though.
He's not done in terms. Wait, well, hold on. Let me ask. He's done in what way,
bro? He's
so
done.
I can understand what you
J.
mean.
Cole's entire career has been third. He's been that third guy. He's been the guy who also stood the test of time of going the 10, the 15, 12 years, right? Mm-hmm. J. Cole now has relegated himself to the Big Sean Wiz Khalifa category.
Yeah, I don't agree.
So wait, what do you?
He's in third, but the problem is he's in third in a immovable
third has been abdicated.
No, he's in third. He's solidified his third. He had his fight, his battle for third, and now he's permanently in third. He's accepted his third position versus a third that can potentially move to a second.
At this point, the third is Nicki.
I think there is no third.
No, I don't know. I don't agree. I think.
Why is there a third? Why does it have to? There's no. Who came up with this big three shit? Like,
he did to try give himself a spot.
So there's no. Why we keep doing this? There's no three
because you know how third place they have a separate competition for third, like
in the World Cup and stuff. Yeah, nobody showed up for that game.
Meaning that no, I understand, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is that Team 1 and Team 2 fighting for third know that the winner is getting third and the loser is getting nothing. So. You're fighting for the third position.
But he doesn't but then if that's the case, it doesn't sound like he wants third either.
There is no third.
He doesn't want third either because third would indicate that you want to be in competition battling with people.
Yeah. Third means that you're mad you're not in the final. Third means that, yes, I'm playing in this to win third, and I'm so pissed that I'm going to do my best because I really should be playing in the final to be either one or two.
You don't take yourself out of a championship opportunity and say, well, let me go battle for third. Mm-hmm. Because you know why? Because that's not what he said.
Bro, J. Cole was in the play and halfway through the game said, you know what, man? I don't even want to make the playoffs.
Yeah, like he didn't say, like there's a million, I don't want to say million, but there's a lot of different ways he could have approached this change of heart situation. But the way he did it,
I have a problem with how he
the way he did it, there were people I seen even on IG, I mean on X, Twitter, whatever, fuck. There's some people that were there at the show.
Okay.
And they said,
what they say?
That the crowd was also confused,
as they should have been.
It was his own festival.
So when I heard it, it sounded like it was just like, yay, they're so happy. But people that were actually there were like, they were confused. They was like, wait, why is this happening? I thought we were like, he could have probably told everybody, yo, fuck this nigga, and they would all have said it. Yeah. They would all have said it at the same time.
Bro, they probably thought he was about to do the record.
So let's talk about changing.
Instead, he said, I want to do Love Yours.
Let's talk about changing rules. And let me talk to you guys who like to hate on Drake. If Drake went on OVO Fest.
Tell them.
I'm glad you guys are on the same.
If he went to OVO Fest or on Big as the What?
Yeah.
Festival, show, tour.
Yeah.
And stopped the show and said, guys.
At the end, sitting on a chair.
Mm-hmm. I'm just asking a real question. Because no one talked to me. I love all these artists. I fuck with all three of y'all. Right? But if Drake, Aubrey, Graham, OVO, Six God, all that shit, if he went on that stage in Toronto, let's say in Toronto, Canada somewhere, and said, yo, I thought about everything. I don't want to do this type of battling back and forth with my brothers and blah 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 Ray and it was been bothering me and I couldn't I couldn't sleep and this that and the third and whatever. Sleep. And I just want to get back to a different how I was before. I'm just saying if he said that. This is the argument that I've had with people online. But if he said that, would you guys be okay with it? Because if you guys are okay with it, then cool. But I know history tells us y'all are not okay with it. Because when Drake didn't put out the record to Pusha, and I fuck with Pusha. He
lost. He ran. Bro, they said the man hit him too hard and he ran.
They said he ran away and cried, yo.
But that's a false equivalent because if you think about anyone that's had a back and forth, if artist A has had a back and forth with artist B, like eventually somebody does stop.
No.
I mean,
somebody stops, but
it's not that somebody stops. I would argue that it's that somebody puts out a record that flops and then it's over.
I think, and you know what?
I guess we'd have to do
you see the other part. The other part you're talking about when I said about how what he said on the stage, he definitely shouldn't have said, and that's what I'm saying. He shouldn't have said. And when I dropped the record, I was looking at all the talks.
Yeah, all my people hitting me. You don't really want this.
No, so he looked at
you
all
don't
the
have
talks. He didn't like
fire in your own belly.
He basically said, "I saw the reviews of the song and then changed my mind." He didn't. He shouldn't have said. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even
he
if
should
that's
have made
what
it seem
happened,
like an internal
he
thing.
shouldn't have said. And I was seeing all the talks of all the things that they were saying, and then you know what I mean? He shouldn't have said that.
Kendrick Lamar's one of the realest.
Also,
a man you dissed 3 days ago, bro.
I don't think he should have apologized on the stage. I think he could have just called he could have called Kendrick and said, "Yo, by the way, I'm not going back and forth."
I'll say this.
There's so many different ways.
I will say this. I do think the way in which he conceded could have been better. Like, I feel like he could have said, honestly, after I dropped my diss and getting at Kendrick's albums, calling them boring when I know that I also have albums that could be also considered boring, and I know that the albums that Kendrick dropped were great. It's like, I come to the conclusion, you know what? Not that I'm apologizing, but you know what? I'm pulling out of this.
No.
I'm pulling out of this.
But he apologized.
No, I know. He shouldn't have apologized, but what I'm saying is that
and apologized.
I feel
I'm
like,
sorry.
and I feel like there's a way that you could have said, I'm pulling out of this battle because this is not what I'm really into, without doing it the way that he did. Like, there's a way that you can say.
He doesn't even have to say that though.
No, he doesn't have
He
to
could say,
that,
"I'm not
but-
doing anymore, guys." Like,
yeah, exactly,
yo, I'm not doing anymore.
You could
Just
say,
to let
"I'm
you guys
not
know,
gonna be-"
enjoy this one because I'm not doing anymore.
Yeah, like,
everybody
I'm not-
would have understood.
I'm not really trying to go to war with this man.
I'm not going back and
He
forth.
said
This is
something
my
crazy. I had
this
to
was my
say
piece.
something.
And I
You
This
said
was
I'm
my
gonna say,
piece.
If you coming back, I got my chin out, but I just had to say this.
No,
from you.
I don't even want that. I don't want. No, we don't say that neither.
Because what that's doing is it's softening
what
the
fight have you
blow
ever
of
done?
something to come later. So
Even
I don't
when you-
even. I'm not even really great with
Even
that.
when you play
but-
fight, nigga, do you do that?
Nah, never.
When you play fight, do you go like this?
Bro, time of death on J. Colby.
No, do you do that? I honestly, honest to Jesus, I'm telling you, when I saw him do that, said that, I thought he was gonna say, "Psych,"
drop the record.
and then the song dropped. I thought that was what was gonna happen.
Anymore.
Oh, I know what it sounds like.
I don't even know what it sounds
Because
like.
you know what?
Because he
I
pulled
bought
out
it.
all streaming
No,
services.
I bought it.
I'm wasting money.
No, I bought
You bought
it.
something the man doesn't even stand by.
No, but I bought it because I
You
wanted.
bought something the man doesn't even stand by.
Can I tell you why I bought
the
it?
director's cut.
No, can I tell you why I bought it? Because
out Zack
I
Snyder.
want to make sure that I know that it happens.
Yeah, because
Like I want to, I like the record. Like I don't give a fuck if he sounded whatever he sounded like. I actually enjoyed it.
Yo,
Like
these
where
people upset
in the
me, bro.
PSD, it was like where in the like I thought it was cool.
Just say the word. Not
Just
a
say-
word was said.
Yo, just say the word. I like
Bro, the
it.
record was fire, but it can't exist in my mind.
I
anymore
know it
'cause-
doesn't.
Well,
It
because he
doesn't.
doesn't want it to exist in your mind.
He doesn't want it to exist.
But
So
shout
it's
out
not,
to the-
it's
shout
not me
out to-
making up.
I mean, these guys are a letdown.
Huh?
J. Cole's a letdown.
It's a letdown, but the thing is, I will play devil's
What
advocate.
the fuck is the thing is when the yo?
No,
It's
I'll play devil's
It's the biggest
advocate.
letdown in the history of hip hop.
For those who
Can you admit that?
It is one of the biggest letdowns.
Tell me a bigger letdown. You said one of the, and I don't agree with that word.
when he let Nas down.
No. How the fuck did he let
That was
Nas down?
nowhere near as bad as
He had a
this.
song called "Let Nas."
I
He
don't
let us
care.
all down now.
Now
No, I
he's got to do
Nas
that
is
one.
crying.
No.
But
now he has
I
to
would
do
agree.
that.
I would
let y'all down.
I would say that I don't think.
Bro,
I don't
the
think
man
it's.
who wrote a song called "Let Nas Down" hopped out of.
I do think it's disingenuous to carry forward a dissing back and forth with someone that you.
No, it's not.
actually-
All these guys
That's not-
apologize after, you know.
Yo, bro.
Have they pulled the record? I can still go find the takeover right now.
Yo,
No, I
niggas
understand.
But I
fight.
apologize. But yo, it's where we were at the time.
Niggas
Yeah.
fight in hockey. Niggas fight in basketball, and they go eat dinner
We-
after. What are we talking about?
Do you see, you think Nicki Minaj, is Nicki
he's an
Minaj going to piece it
individual.
up with Cardi B?
Who?
You see Nicki Minaj wanting to piece it up with Cardi B or Meg Thee Stallion? No.
No, well, the women are different. We're not talking about women.
She's standing
right
on
now.
all the business.
Yo, we gotta
We're not talking about the women
we
right
gotta
now.
stop that. No one is talking about he didn't have to go back and forth or go back and
No,
forth.
but
we're talking about him apologizing for what he did. We don't fuck with that. That's what it is.
I'm just saying
he could stop if he wanted to stop.
His
Cool.
inability to sleep, like and like I
You
say,
don't know, yo, niggas lie. So
No,
you
I
don't
know.
know if he lied about couldn't sleep. Maybe he was just,
Absolutely.
maybe he
No,
was just
it's true.
exaggerating that a little bit. Maybe it was just, yo, it's bothering me. Yo, we writers, man. Come, why we're gonna friggin' justify or take
No,
that
but I was
as
just trying to look. I'm not
Guy
saying
said
that,
he wanted to go focus on God now and hasn't rapped about God his entire career.
No.
Drake has a song called God's Plan though.
I wish I could really go into that the
God's
God
plan.
bag of rap, but I'm not going to do that today. That's not
Shout out
today.
Lecrae.
But Shout out all the real gospel rappers. But anyway, the real ones.
The dope ones.
The ones that are dope that actually try to make good music and not because they're corny and they suck. But anyway, we're not gonna go there. But what I will say is that at the end of the day, even if we don't agree with it and he let us down, but there is a certain percentage, I don't know, it's a very slither where you say, you know what, at least he was true to himself.
That percentage isn't in my body.
Yo,
and that's fine.
I hate
but
that
no,
line,
I'm just trying to present the alternative.
But I hate your
news.
alternative.
And that's fine. But
I hate the alternative because it sounds like
be able to say it.
All right, say it. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that him saying it so early on, because as we've learned, with different disses that have happened, that rapper A and rapper B have apologized over their past actions. Obviously, I'm excluding Biggie and Tupac because they both perished, but different people that have had different beefs, right? They've had different beefs and they've ended up apologizing. But I think one of my problems is, one of the things that I think is cool about it, and my problem at the same time, is that the length of time in which the apology happened. I feel like an apology for a diss, something that you recorded, mixed, mastered, and upload to a streaming service, should take longer than 72 hours. I do believe that. I do believe it should have took longer for him to think about that, because you had to have made the decision, and they said the rumors is it was against everyone or behind everyone else's back. I just think that you should have took a longer period of time to circle back. But the rumor is also that perhaps he knew what was coming. He knew the kind of energy that these guys were on. I'm not going to say that, well, yeah, maybe he could have heard the Drake record and then...
Yeah, but he left it up for a week to get the record sales, though.
And that part I don't agree with, because when these different sites are talking about it being at number 6, I'm like, I don't see a song there. This is John Cena. Like, I don't see... There is nothing actually there. So why are you guys keep bringing up 7-minute drill or whatever? That he does not want that song to exist. So it should not be... That part of it, I think he should be penalized for it. Like, because that's not fair, because now you're literally using it as a metric for 7 days and then not after. I don't agree with that part, but that's what I would say about that. Oshaun, you were saying something. I interrupted you because your mic is about 5,000 meters from your mouth.
I don't have anything else to say.
Look, he's at the tail end of his career, so I don't think he...
Time of death. I called it.
But he still has an album.
Does he? He might change his mind about that.
Because that's what I don't understand. Like, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Well, and he said he has two classics.
So
and he said he has 2 classics in the tuck. So he's already lying. He has another one.
Who has a classic in the tuck?
Cole said, I have 2.
What does that mean?
He said he got 2.
You asked me because we're going to listen.
He's trying to drop.
He says he has 2 classics.
2 full bodies of work?
Yes, he said that. I have 2 bodies of work that are classic, ready to drop. So what point do you guys believe the artist, and which point are we not believing the artist?
Like, I just think that, like, as a human being, I feel the same way I felt about Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Okay.
That he's a liar?
I'm about to land this, which is great.
It's okay.
As a human being, Tekashi has every right to say, yo, these guys are about to F my baby moms. I'm snitching.
And taking my money.
I'm snitching.
So that, wait, hold on, time out. He snitched because they wanted to fuck his baby mother?
Or that they did, or that they were doing, and they were stealing his money.
They're threatening him.
Oh, stealing his money, but he wanted to snitch because they were just fucking his baby.
No, I think it was a combination.
Oh, because I mean that's stupid.
It was a couple of things.
I hope not.
So as a human being, you have a right to do that. J. Cole, as a human being, you have a right to say, yo,
anybody can do what they want.
I made this record. I'm not really with it. However, my issue with Tekashi is my same issue with J. Cole. Yo, bro, you told me you're a street man. Play by street rules.
And J. Cole said he's the best.
J. Cole said he's Muhammad Ali.
In the last 4 years, he's standing on that hill as him being the best.
So, bro, there are rules of that.
And that's why I said I don't respect the whole he's on the tail end of his career, because he's moving like he said, fuck that. He said, I'm in my prime right now. Nobody's in the tail end of their career in their prime. There's no fucking such thing.
Man said, I haven't.
I'm in my prime. He said in the track that y'all deleted, he said, Kendrick is falling out of his prime, and I'm only now entering mine. Mm-hmm. So which point do we take is the real part? Which one do we don't take is the real part? Okay, he's saying that he couldn't sleep, so we're going to take that as a real part, and we're not going to take the part where he says he's Muhammad Ali, or we're going to take the part that... which one is it? The latest thing he said?
I would take the things that he says when he's out of character versus when he's in.
So time to fuck out. Time to fuck out. Yeah. You're an artist, so stop that shit.
Okay. Ask the question.
Did Cole do it at a fucking therapy session, or did he do it on stage?
Sometimes. Oh, wait.
Did he do it on stage, or was it a phone call?
Which one? Which quote?
Him apologizing and then saying whatever.
He did it on stage.
So is that not performative?
It's performative, but he's not rapping at that point. There is no instrumental.
But it's performative. It's a performance.
There's a certain performative
He's
aspect
on
of it.
stage.
Yes.
So
There is a performative aspect
so
of it,
then
yes.
it's the same thing as making a fucking song if you're standing
It's
on stage.
different.
No, it's not. I'm an artist. It's the same shit. Whatever I'm saying on the stage is for a particular reason for the people in front of me. I am performing for them. I'm performing for them though, yo.
A song.
That's why I said. That's why I said. If you guys said that there was a leaked phone call between Cole and Kendrick, I'm with you guys.
Do you think
That's
they spoke?
different.
Do you think they spoke?
Yes, they did. Wait, they did speak.
They did. There's.
No, it's true. The rumors out that they spoke.
Repeated
They spoke that they
rumors.
called, right? But I heard that what I heard is that the phone call was more him saying, "Yo, I'm about to do it," and Kendrick was like, "Yeah, bro, it's friendly."
Yeah, there's
Let's
that
just
too.
stay.
That is the
probably gave him
overall
like, "Yo, just stay away
consensus
from
of
XOXO. Let's go."
Shout out Sal.
They don't want OVO around XOXO either, right?
Yeah, but yeah. So anyway, my point is that when you step outside of your rapping self and address the crowd,
In a performative way.
I still look
still
at that as
performing.
different because those are thoughts that you're coming up with on the fly versus something that you've recorded and rehearsed and edited over multiple times and EQ'd and things like that. I just think there is a distinction that can be made.
So when someone's saying a speech or when somebody's doing stand up, it's not performance because it's not recorded, edited, and put together in such a way.
I guess we don't know how rehearsed his
exactly. What if he rehearsed this 10 times?
It is possible. It is.
That's
a
why I'm
reality
saying that's why I'm saying the problem is the presentation of
and I
this
agree.
situation. That's why I can't just go off of.
I don't feel like he should have apologized. I guess that
He could have. No, but you guys are right. He should do what he want to do. Apologize and that doesn't stand on it. I'm cool with that. I agree.
What fell?
I don't know.
Don't move the camera.
He can apologize. He can do whatever he wants. He cannot want a battle. He don't have to put another record. That's all cool. But when you go and do it the way you do on stage to the people have nothing to do with what the hell happened. Mm-hmm. We're going to look at you differently because of everything you were saying leading up to even writing and putting out that song.
Yeah.
He owed something to the game and he didn't pay it. Everybody's
been waiting for Cole and Kendrick to get into lyrical warfare with somebody because all of the greats or all of our, for God's sakes, Chingy battled Nelly. What are we talking about?
Chingy went over his right there beat and then just got it and did an additional version where he just disses Nelly for 3 minutes straight.
But Buster, what a lot of these artists, like, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
there's a lot of these artists who, if you have no issue with no one ever, we're not talking about you.
Bro, we grew up in the era of the Beef DVD. Do you remember? Bro, that was a 3-part series. I think each movie was 2 hours, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, all these
J. Cole single-handedly ended that.
Well, no, he didn't end it. But what he did was
Jay Quan dissed Bow Wow or someone, right?
Yeah, Bow Wow.
Bro, when you have an issue,
Bow Wow dissed
T.I. had
Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy
and what's it? Lil Romeo.
When T.I. did What You Know About That, he was getting at Lil Flip. He was getting at Shawty Low. He was
Ludacris and T.I. were on Young Buck's song and dissed each other on the same song.
Yeah, like it.
Trivelle on the same song.
There is something to be said about the competitive nature of hip hop.
I don't understand this
the
shit.
art of the diss. I think it's just something that can't necessarily be overlooked, especially when you start attributing certain things to yourself, like being the best.
If this is a competition and you're friends with the person and you just want to show and prove or whatever, I think it's all fun and games and it's all cool unless somebody goes over the line. And that's when you apologize. When you feel like you've gone over the line. I heard that record. There's nothing I heard there particularly that sounded like you were over the line. Now, if your next record you were about to do was over the line, then I think you need to address I need you to address it that way. Like, yo, I'm gonna step out because where I was about to go was gonna be a little too crazy, and I can't go that way without. And that's my brother. I think I would look at that a little differently.
Yeah, no, 1,000.
And here's another question that no one will be able to answer for sure.
Yeah,
if people were fucking loving that record that he did,
the 7-minute drill,
like how we liked it, but they liked it even more. Would he have taken it off in 48 hours?
According to him, yeah. Well, he didn't take it off in 48 hours. He took it off in a week. He let the sales hit.
So would he have taken it off?
Would he have made the announcement still? I think probably.
You think so?
Yeah, because so I'll play devil's advocate.
Go ahead, Doctor.
Is there a world where
game?
Drizzy heard the record and told him, bro, I'm really going for this guy. Like,
yes.
I don't know if you coming hard. I don't think you understand. Like, I'm about to go for this nigga. Bro.
I do think
and
so.
probably even showed him like what he has in
tracks.
the tuck.
The
like,
other tracks.
Bro, I'm about to go for this. I understand.
So.
Like, probably knowing him, Jay, you don't really want to do this. I can tell by the way you got it, man. You're trying to do some friendly thing. No, I'm trying to decapitate.
But do you think? But Jermaine didn't tell him, yo, I'm gonna apologize. I'm gonna say something.
No,
I think Drizzy just told him, bro, are you sure? Because I'm about to go for this guy.
That's why I'm saying we're cool with the decision of not continuing.
But Drake
him
was
going on the stage and doing that. Yeah, Drake was blindsided.
Listen,
not just that. You heard the record.
Which record?
The Drake record.
What did he say?
He said that Cole shit to Dot was weak as fuck.
Yeah, it was weak.
Weak
that
as
doesn't
fuck.
mean that he didn't know about it.
Yeah, I know, but weak as fuck. What is he talking about? The decision to do that is weak as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that he did say that, but if Cole lets him know about that beforehand that he's gonna do that, maybe he doesn't say.
I don't think Cole
way.
said anything.
He didn't say anything. That's why he said that.
Drizzy heard it.
It was a surprise to him.
He probably called him, bro. I don't think you understand.
Like,
It's
yo,
not
you
fun
got
for
me in this
I'm
fucked
gonna
up situation.
I'm gonna go take this
I'm
guy
gonna
out.
go
I'm done
I'm
my
gonna go
tour.
crazy.
I'm done the tour. Like, I'm gonna say some shit right now. Like, you understand? I'm gonna change some
and
shit.
Cole probably said, "Yo, yeah, do your thing, yo.
Do your thing.
And
that's
probably why he couldn't sleep.
I'm gonna stay on the side and do your
that
thing."
Plays to that.
And then
1000%.
Drake saw that. He said that. Matter of fact, even on the Maul said on the podcast, he said when he went to Drake's show, Maul asked Drake literally, "Yo, are you going to Dreamville?"
Yikes!
Your dream feel fast, yeah.
Did you know that? He asked him verbatim in his face, "Are you going to Dreamville?" And apparently Drake said, "I don't know. Should I?" He said, "I don't know." That's why I'm like when you start going the rabbit hole of all these parts is why everything is fishy. He's like he literally said, "Yo, I don't know. Things feel weird." Mm-hmm. So how does he feel weird if he?
How do we feel about that?
Oh, Cole on the new feature.
How do we feel about Cole on the
Do you
album?
want my opinion as an artist?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So as an artist,
Yeah.
I'd be
hot, bro.
I'd be hot, bro.
I'd be very hot.
Because you know what? I told you this. So listen, I said
You had a whole month to pull that
I said to
verse,
this nigga, if somebody did that to me and put my song on the when they, in the beef and I'm the Cole in the situation,
Yeah.
and I apologize. Let's go with that. I did that too.
And then I pop up on your album.
You know what I would do? I go to my Twitter, I go to my Instagram, I go on Snapchat, I go on TikTok, I go on something, and tell my fans, hey y'all, just let everybody know.
Don't stream that record.
No, I won't do that. I won't go that deep.
Okay,
I won't go this.
but
I'm gonna say, hey guys, just let everybody know. Don't try to start a no messy shit. That's an old record, old verse that I did from before, and I already cleared it to go through, and just let everybody know that I'm not part of the.
It's not no funny thing.
It's not part of the. Yeah, it's not no funny thing. Lyrical, mind fuckery, warfare type shit. This was already something that was there. I'm not gonna cease and desist or stop the record. I've already said whatever. Like I would put a disclaimer out because I put a disclaimer out about me dissing somebody. So why can't I do? I will do that.
I should be able to explain everything now.
Like I'm gonna explain. I
do agree with that. Yes,
I will explain because if that's because now it looks like you were used.
Bro, you look so corny.
You look like you were used in the mind fuckery of you apologize. Yo, he's not even with you. Yo, he's with us. Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like. Even if that's not the case, it's what it looks like, guys. It's about what shit looks like, yo. And until someone explains something, that's why when we say, yo, this shit looks funny, we gotta have a conversation and explain. Yeah. So why hasn't he come out and say something? He should.
I guess he's moved on from that. Like he's I guess he's drawn the line in the sand.
You think when Kendrick decides to come out?
Yeah.
Do you think when
Kendrick's not coming out?
You think Kendrick is not doing this? Stop.
He is. We'll talk about the AI responses shortly.
Don't fucking do that. Don't do that.
After this commercial break.
No. You like Kendrick, right?
I do.
Okay. I like Kendrick too.
Kendrick's one of the most masterful writers.
So you really think, from what you're seeing,
he's not gonna be able to respond fast enough, and I think he.
But now you change it. Now you change the story.
Speed is not what
you just changed the story.
Follow me. I think Kendrick is a good chess move player.
Yeah.
I think he's knowing like, okay, I got one.
Apparently, they said they have more than one.
Yeah, but bro, they're outdated, bro.
I know they're outdated.
We know if they've existed.
So he's got to make. He has to make a new one.
In his mind, it's like, okay, I got a new one, but like,
Drop the old one and then drop the new one.
Bro, I don't know if I can keep up with this nigga. I feel like deep down in his heart, he's like, bro, I'm not gonna be able to keep up with this nigga.
But you knew he was fast. Pause already. So why are we why would that be a new information?
I don't think Kendrick thought he would come for him.
Oh, stop.
He never came from after the Control verse.
He did. He talked about him before.
Like this?
No.
Not like this, but
It's
I think it's
subliminal.
been
They're
sprinkled.
subliminal.
I think
They've
it's
all
been sprinkled
subliminally each
in
other.
a plethora
I
of
feel you,
records
but that's my
over
point.
the
I don't
span
think
of
he
time.
thought that, yo, this guy's gonna call me a pipsqueak, tell me to pipe down, tell me I can't be big stepping with a size 7 men's on.
And what
talk
did I
about
tell
my
you?
splits.
And what did I say? If that
And my pants
I
are
said
thin.
last pod, hey, I don't know if it's true or not. This is my feeling. I feel like if like that was a big record like that, he's not talking this aggressively to Kendrick, no matter what he says. I think it's a big record.
I don't think he's an answer.
He has to.
I do think he's gonna, just like how you didn't think Drake was gonna answer. I think Kendrick will answer.
Well, here's the
about
problem.
this? No.
When we recorded, hold on. When we recorded last time,
Yeah.
and I said, "Oh, Drake's not gonna answer because they both can't gang up on him." Blah 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 blah.
Which
I
stupid.
didn't know Drake Cole was gonna serve him up on a silver platter.
Okay, that's the variable that you're.
That's a
adding.
huge variable.
But I said in the last pod that I think Cole's gonna go first.
Yeah, but I
He
didn't know.
did,
But
and
okay,
then Cole did go
Cole went
first.
first, and then
And so you both were right.
You see what I'm saying?
But I made a mistake.
no, I was like, "Oh, if Cole goes first, Drake can't go." But I forgot about the second album, and also Drake had the benefit of being able to say, "Fam, this is not even just about Kendrick. A lot of you niggas are moving sussy." So
and
here's
you're
a
getting
record
it
for
me,
y'all,
yeah.
I don't understand the Abel situation.
bro. Because
Anymore.
the Weeknd was singing on the album.
No, why is there issue still between them?
Because you singing on the album. Oh, probably because I think
'Cause he
Drake,
was trying
Drake
to
took
be signed to
Hadid
him.
from him, didn't he?
See that I'm hearing that
See,
because why would it be
everything comes
about?
back to a
Because
woman.
why would it be about the contract when they fix shit
Many
I li-
years ago, and I saw them
literally-
piece it up.
I literally we heard him on Central C on the record, and he literally said, "Yeah, what did he say? He said, I'm with the guy that sounds like the nigga from Thriller."
Yeah.
but we had to we fixed
We
it.
fixed
Six
it
side, we fixed it. We pieced
Yeah.
it. That's my brother. No
nigga.
matter what,
Yeah.
that's my brother.
I think it's lingering
so now
from
what?
the Hadid thing. Because remember Finesse? You remember that record from Scorpion?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's about her.
That's what the man's
So we could. So you're saying Abel is mad at her because of that?
I just think that if you were one time talking to a
I
girl that
hate-
I was about to fall in love with, I don't doubt that he bucked up on the next girl. Plus, Cash, the manager, I don't know if you got, did you ever meet Cash like when he was like really running around the city a lot?
I feel like I haven't, but
Okay. So like,
who knows?
the issue could even be more on Cash too.
Well, it sounds like it's about Cash because he kept bringing
Well,
him up a few
he
times.
spread it around.
Because remember, that's the
Different
link.
numbers.
That Cash link, that Abel link is linked to how I remember Nav got a Drake recently. So that he's probably
Oh, he
issuing
just
with the whole
unfollowed.
can.
But he
He
just
unfollowed
unfollowed
him,
him.
yeah.
But unfollowing is a big thing in the world, guys.
In the social media world, because it's letting
Yeah,
the
you-
world know how you feel about
You
somebody.
see, so
probably
when,
has an issue
so
with
when
the
people
can.
say, "Oh, I just unfollowed," it's not a big deal.
Yeah, but is everybody just following?
That's a reference.
Which one? What did you say?
He knows what I mean.
Oh, okay, that's okay. I'll leave it.
All right, what you got? What you got? Our great conductor, lead us home with a powerful.
There's something
sick
I
of
want to
this
say,
shit,
but I'm gonna. But before that, I do want to shout out. Well, but
Nicki
quickly.
Minaj.
Well,
Yo,
quickly.
when is that tour in Toronto? Is it?
It's a day from now, a day or two from now. It's landing here. Well, by the time you guys hear it, it's been out for 4 days. But
Nicki.
Nicki
Because the
Minaj.
tour has been going crazy out there.
Yeah, no, it has. She's one of the only. And I was gonna say,
She's
if
the
the
only.
big,
Now-
if the big
no.
three, the old big three.
Oh, she's in the
gets
big three.
Yeah, so who? And I would
There you
say,
go.
I would say that it's Nicki Minaj for women big three hip hop because
Are we going era?
Why do we have to?
No,
keep
just right
why
now,
can't Nicki
current.
be in the big three?
Yeah,
does it have to
Nicki would be in the big
Why does it have to
three.
be with the women big three? No, she's the big three.
I know, and that's another argument that they say that she should actually just be in
Oh,
the
she'd be
men's
third.
big
Cole
three.
give up his spot.
She should be in the big three.
But if we're focusing on women's rap, just like how WWE focuses on women's combat sport, I would say Nicki Minaj would be in there. I would say Doja Cat would be in there just in terms of
Yeah,
the
Doja's
sheer
in there.
volume and
No, Doja's in there.
the arenas that she's able to fill.
Y'all don't want to say, but she's in there.
The third, I guess, would be a toss up, and I would let you guys say because I'm
not
not
saying
sure.
nothing.
You're tossing it between Cardi and Megan. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I guess if this was 2018,
Why does there have to be three?
Well,
I'm
because
gonna keep-
we're stopping
Yo,
the count at three. for
Why
example.
does there have to be three?
No, we're just stopping the count at three in this particular
To run the parallel.
exercise. Yeah.
Okay, who you got? Meg or Cardi?
Why does there have to be three?
I
So
understand.
give it four. So do you just put?
So you
both?
want Megan
just
and
did-
Cardi?
No, it's Nicki and Doja.
Oh wow! Oh, wow, you don't rate
you went
Cardi?
the other way.
No.
Yeah.
That's no.
But like in terms of the big three
I'm
energy.
talking about the big three
I-
energy
okay,
that
okay,
Cole
okay,
put
okay,
out there.
okay.
Not about I fuck with Cardi,
Yeah.
but she needs to drop 2, 3, 4 albums.
Because what does she have?
more.
One album so far still, right?
One.
And
And I
some
fuck with her
mixtapes.
heavy because she's one of my favorite of the.
Bro, one album. How long has she been out? Like 7 years? One album? Is that
Yeah, that's
normal?
my only
Yeah,
issue.
but the album did so well, and the pressure of its
Was it
success
Invasion of
got
Privacy?
to-
Was that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
I think the
20, and that's
success of it-
2017 or 16. I don't know.
Bro, I feel like
I would
that's
say
2016.
2017.
But so
17?
and
Potentially.
like
I'll just look.
so that's why I'm saying like why that's why I hate when there's no big three in NBA. There's no big three. Like yo, sometimes it's just two or it's one. Right. So
Before we
that's
get
what
back
it
to
is.
music, I do want to shout out the WNBA
Oh yeah.
for what they're doing. I think we talked about
Caitlin
with the
Clark.
draft.
Shout out Caitlin Clark
Reese.
for taking the biggest pay cut in America.
Well, I'm going to say this.
Yeah, but
You as a financial person.
what do you think? You don't think sponsorships is gonna go to the next level of all levels because they're allowed to do all that?
No.
All right, you'll see.
I think more people watch March Madness than watch the WNBA.
So,
It's changing.
So I
changing.
did the research, and I
You'll
think
see.
they said, well, the women population in America is greater than the men's, not by a margin, but women for their 300 million or whatever, 200 whatever, there are more women than men. I think now that you have these big names and these draws after this draft, I feel like yes, men have to watch for things to be successful, but I think this is a perfect time for women. I actually read a tweet from a woman that said, yo, I'm going to literally turn on the game and like just go about my business in the house because that's how much
Just
I
give
want
it
to
the
see.
Nielsen rating.
That's how I want these. That like I think for the women's pay disparity between the WNBA and the NBA to change, women need to start thinking that way where they're like, yo, we have to support this thing because there is more of you. And at the end of the day, this is a dollars game. This is an advertising game. And advertisers need to see that women
I need a return
are
on
tuning-
investment.
Yeah. It's,
Right now, the WNBA is still subsidized. So let's not ignore we are a long way
Exactly.
away. If we're running the male female if we're running
parallels,
the parallel,
yes.
the WNBA is now and this is generous.
And I
I don't
understand.
even think
No,
it's where
I
they
know,
are,
I know.
but it's
It's
generous.
okay.
The WNBA is now where the NBA was when Bird and Magic came in. Bird and Magic are the ones who saved the league.
I know what's good.
But that was a two-person rivalry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That then set the foundation for a singular superstar to
emerge.
emerge and transcend the league.
Okay.
Yeah.
My argument has always been if the NBA got Jordan first, they would not have known what to do with him the same way they didn't know what
Yeah.
to do with Dr. J,
Yes.
Oscar Robertson.
Yes.
What they needed was what felt like a clear and concise rivalry between two opposing foes
I feel you.
yeah.
to create an opportunity. So, what does that mean?
We know.
Caitlin Clark versus Asia Wilson has to become a thing.
It has to.
If Caitlin Clark versus Asia Wilson doesn't become a thing,
It will become a thing. Now,
then
They have to.
No,
they
it
have
will
to
be-
force their hand on some
it will become a
WWE
thing.
shit. Like that has to happen.
It will become a thing. It needs to become a thing
because she's with the
playing
Indiana
with-
Fever and
she's
Asia's
playing-
what the Vegas Aces, right?
Yeah, and she's playing with niggas on the court. She's literally playing with niggas.
So, no, but that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And it needs to be that same thing that they had with LA and Boston. Central casting.
Yes.
Caitlin Clark she went to Iowa and now she's in Indiana. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Middle
Yes,
America.
middle-
Then you
exactly.
got these slick
And first of all,
Hollywood people out
Indiana
in Vegas.
Yes.
loves
And you got
basketball.
Chicago.
East West.
Angela
So
Reese.
they're going to
Yeah.
come out.
Where did Reese go?
She went
Chicago.
to Chicago.
With one of her
Caruso, right?
foes. Yeah.
Yeah. So if there's story, like there's
They need to become like the bad boys.
Yeah.
Right? They need to be.
She said
the
no one's
almost
getting
king.
rebounds over them.
Yeah.
She
They
already
shouldn't.
started it off.
They
Okay.
need- they
She
need-
said it.
Yeah.
But that's what it needs to be because I don't even think people understand how Asia Wilson is really a superstar. That girl
No,
is
she's
Beautiful.
playing.
She can
she's
hoop.
beautiful and play.
Then in a couple years when Juju comes out. But
No, I
they
think
need
it's-
to
no, I
do
think-
it now,
I
though. The
think it's after
foundation
this-
needs to be now.
I think Juju's only gonna play one more year. She's out. She's coming out. If that party is happening over WNBA, like if all these,
Yeah, if it starts
all the
becoming-
views,
yeah.
yo, the jerseys, the shit's already sold out.
All it's going to take, for me, I don't know who does it.
Yeah.
One tech giant.
Triple H.
No, a tech giant needs to buy the TV rights for the WNBA. Just one tech
That's-
giant.
Yes. Yeah. It doesn't even. Yeah.
Apple did it for the MLS.
Yeah.
And nobody cares about MLS viewership, but the dollars are there. The money's
Exactly.
there. That's what they're paying these guys.
Yeah.
If some streaming service,
Yes.
Amazon,
This could be third,
it's our
fourth
summer
tier. It doesn't even
content.
matter. Yeah.
5-year deal,
Yeah.
but the dollars are consistent and it's just on streaming.
Yes. Then their salaries will change and it will reflect like
Because they'll be able to adjust and
Yes,
then
absolutely.
you have an opportunity.
It's gonna
But
change.
the core thing that we need for this to work,
Caitlyn,
it's
AJ,
bird magic. It's gotta
rivalry.
be Caitlyn versus Asia.
You know what?
East
Indiana
versus West.
Indiana
Indiana
Fever.
versus Vegas Aces.
I gotta thank you because honestly, the thing I forgot to look up before I came here was when did the NBA really start to turn the tide with the star?
Oh, bro,
play? Like
it's
where
literally
did
the
that
exact same
emerge?
thing. Larry Bird
70,
and
70 something.
Larry Bird and Magic Johnson
yeah.
play in the national championship game
In college.
It is the most viewed game
See?
in America at that time, similar to what Caitlyn Clark just had.
Yes.
Then they both go to the league, and it was on and popping immediately. Magic wins his title in the first year.
First year,
There
rookie.
you go.
As a rookie playing all 5 positions, but Larry Bird won the rookie of the year.
You see?
Year after
Yeah,
that,
so
Larry
So
got
deep.
his.
See, the stories.
It's
So
it's a back and forth,
immediately-
tit for tat, head to head.
Immediately.
They need
And they didn't
that
like each
conflict.
other. And they didn't
Immediately.
like
They
each
need
other.
that conflict, yo. They need to get these women involved, man. They need to get the women spectators. Like I know the men,
And it's got to be white
men-
versus black, man. I'm sorry.
It helps.
It helps.
does help.
Unfortunately, and we've talked about it.
It helped
Floyd
in
turned us
everything.
out with boxing.
White
That's why
and
Floyd
versus black.
always used to know how to countercast his fights.
Yeah.
If you look at the biggest fights that Floyd has ever had, it was him versus Mexican. Floyd
Yeah.
or him versus the other. He knew how to market it.
Yo, it's got to be. I know it's.
It
Even
has
when
to be,
Floyd
yo.
fought
Sucks, but
Connor,
it is.
he said, "Yo, the black community,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
it-
1,000%.
It's got to be, yo. It's got to be.
I need to
versus
see
different.
Caitlyn Clark coming off a screen, hit a 3-and-1 on Asia Wilson, get up and talk to her. That needs to be a meme. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get some viewership.
Yo,
is
first,
what- yeah.
yo, WNBA, make that game 1 opening night, and I'm telling you, Caitlyn already said that she's considering shooting a logo 3 for her first shot in the WNBA. Yo, calling your shot, calling your potential shot at your fucking draft is sick.
Do you watch any WNBA games? Have you?
I've watched a little bit, yeah. For
So
sure.
obviously I've seen the Aces because Becky Harmon, who used to be for the San Antonio Spurs, is the head coach of the Aces. I was like,
they
Asia
flirted
Wilson.
with her coming to the NBA.
They did,
but
they did. She's killing it out there, though. Bro, they have a little dynasty in Vegas. I think they've won 2 in a row.
yes, they have back-to-back champs.
It's Indiana's obviously not a good team, which is why they had the first overall pick, but they've rebuilt their team a little bit. She just needs to have like an immediate impact.
She will.
make the playoffs. We need
Most likely.
and one thing that Caitlyn will give us that, let's be honest, a lot of other players, because there have been great female basketball.
1,000%.
Candace Parker,
Yes.
a
Candace
great
Parker,
female.
yeah, she's a-
There have been great players.
And she won MVP too, and she won her championship.
Championship, yeah.
But what Caitlyn Clark is going to give us is
Oh man, she's
It's
gonna
the
talk
rest
an
of
off
America.
the screen logo 3 ice in the vein
and she's gonna pop her jersey, nigga.
and pop the
And
jersey,
her
and we'll
personality,
be okay.
her personality is going to
I'm
pierce
telling
through,
you, it's gonna
and
be
women
sold
are going to
out.
resonate
I'm telling you,
with
the renaissance, the renaissance is happening.
Niggas
this
is
year.
already wanting to know about where they can get these women jerseys that can fit niggas. Like that people
dead
are
ass.
already asking those questions, and that's before things started. So if they play this right, and they, unfortunately, you know, when it comes to sports and entertainment, there has to be dramatics.
She's gonna be in
some
the-
of this has to be planned.
She's gonna be in the NBA. They're gonna find a way to get her into the NBA 3-point competition, just how they did with Curry and what's her name? Because I think they're doing a partner one next year. They're doing
They're doing it next
They're
year,
changing
huh?
it. Yeah, again, something else. If she go in there,
Yeah,
We'll see.
they have to keep doing that cross promotion.
they gotta keep
have
promoting her,
to
yo.
use
She the one, yo.
because it can't. I believe that, and I'm
Happy
just
Reese
saying
is
that
there
it's
too.
women,
Like
right?
all that,
Yeah.
and
Bro.
she needs to bring all her personality, all her sexiness.
And she's in Chicago.
Like, yeah,
bro.
I'm
First of all,
telling you, it's gonna be crazy.
They're gonna
First of all,
go
and like
crazy.
pause, and like,
Wait, pause.
bro, I saw Angel Reese when she was wearing to the draft. I said, "Yo, this girl is very bad."
Did he say pause?
Not Paul, because like we're talking about basketball and sports, and
Oh.
I don't want to like
But it's not
sexualize
pause.
her. I don't want to
She
sexualize
came
her.
out,
But
but
unfortunately-
she's dressed fire. You're just addressing.
There's
she,
a sexuality
She came out.
that
She
is-
came out
I
fire.
can't wait.
Like
I can't wait for the WNBA to be getting the NBA contract, so I can just simp out for one of these girls. She looked amazing,
Yo,
I
do you know
feel
many?
you.
Do you know many? Let's be honest. Do you know how many baddies are that play in the WNBA now?
bro. Yes.
The same way how there's
Yeah.
baddies in WWE right now, there's baddies in the
They need
WNBA.
to- they really-
They're just
and I know- yeah.
I know they don't want to do it, but y'all gotta market the baddies, yo. I'm
That's not
sorry.
like Vince knew what he was doing. Vince knew how to. Bro, do you
And
remember
pass
Trish
that on.
Stratus?
Yeah.
Like she was a competitor, but Vince knew how to tell her, "Yo, go
But
pose."
the problem is with Vince
But
is that
that one,
he
he
was
went-
focused only on their sexual attribute and not their skill.
And Triple H, Shawn Michaels changed
Triple
the
H and
game.
Shawn Michaels,
changed the game.
they're taking it. They're saying, yeah, they look good, but can they fight? So not only do they look bad as fuck, but
They can pick
put
up
you through a
bitches
table.
and throw them over.
And
Yeah,
that's
Dana
where
White did the same thing.
And that's where the
UFC.
difference is.
That's
That's-
how he built stuff
yeah.
in
Yeah,
UFC.
there's a few cuties in there. I can't even lie.
Yeah, WNBA needs to basically take a page out of those books.
It looked like
and-
it was starting to.
and
It looked like it started at the draft.
I think
I'm gonna be
so.
honest.
And no, that was the feeling
Angel
that I got. Honestly,
wearing that at the draft and going up top 10, even though she could have been maybe 5, 6. But
Yeah,
that and bro.
I just hope women that like
there's some girls that are gonna
yeah.
be looking there going, oh
Exactly.
yeah, we can be us still, and we don't have to.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
I just hope, like I said, I just hope the women really stand behind this in a way that they haven't stood behind anything thus far.
Everybody
because
support.
if they do, it's over. Because the men, we just like good sports, so it's not gonna be difficult for us. But the women is the tide that needs to change, and if they do that, then we'll eventually get our Toronto expansion team.
If she even brings 10, 20% of viewership. That's at the NCAA to start coming over to WNBA.
18 million viewers.
That's what I'm
per
saying,
game,
yo.
bro.
So imagine,
She's in a playoff series, and it's like one of those where, because remember the whole thing is LSU got a better team, but here's Caitlin Clark. Bro, 18 million people watch that. Then the final, it's here's Caitlin Clark, but here is the undefeated South Carolina team. Coached by Dawn Stacy, maybe one of the best female basketball figures of all time.
I'm telling you,
at this point, it's of all time.
The next 2-3 years, WNBA is going out of here because all those girls that are playing that are going to be coming in next year,
they're gonna put their foot down.
In my opinion, Juju's one going to take it to the next level.
She's coming. That's what I'm saying.
She's going to take it to the next level.
Let Caitlin cook.
Because Juju has a lot of the attributes that are required to get this to the next level. Her game is very entertaining to watch.
Let Caitlin cook this year. While Juju is out there and she goes, I'm only here for 1 year. I'm coming over.
Let her win a title for USC.
And that bird thing you talk about, there might be a 3-way. It might be some next shit.
Yeah, they gotta get creative, yo. They gotta get creative.
Rivalries, yo. The girls are beefing in the NCAA. Bring all that energy to WNBA.
Yeah, because even the NBA, like we have to admit, I like basketball. You like basketball. You like basketball. So we will know the first round playoff. But the thing that grows the NBA is those Eastern Conference and Western Conference final series that people will remember forever. Yeah. Everybody remembers Big Shot Bob. The Kobe missed the floater, the tip back, Big Shot Bob at the 3 beats the Spurs. That's a rivalry that every year it's the Spurs are gonna be here. Oh man, the Spurs versus LA again.
Yeah.
Golden State, LeBron kept the league going even when everybody knew Golden State was going to win.
They had one of the most entertaining games of highest viewership games this year. Golden State versus LeBron. So I was listening to some expert talking about on NBA radio, and I didn't even think about this. And then it hit me. I'm like, oh shit. He's like, the reason why you don't see a lot of rivalries from the men is in college. Because most of the rivalries,
because they don't stay.
They don't stay. Yeah, so they don't build. They don't get the fan base. They don't build the animosity. They don't build that. They don't. So that's why that's why female NCAA women's is way more entertaining. These guys are there for 2-3 years
because we were able to remember that LSU beat Caitlin Clark last year. Yes, and understand her saying, "I'm looking forward to the
next year." Still in the same league.
We don't get none of that now. You don't get none of that anymore. Nobody gives a fuck about who won the men's championship.
Wow. No, that's 1,000%.
Not like that.
Yeah. Shouts out to Caitlin Clark. Shouts out to WNBA. I wish you was nothing but success. Again,
Angel Reese.
The WNBA is a summer league. Y'all can watch these games. The playoffs are really going to start kicking in. And I think it's like July, August when it kicks in. It's a great summer for sports.
And they play
Olympics.
Olympics is coming.
The Euros, which if you're a football fan, and maybe the most anticipated season of the WNBA in a long time.
In a 1,000%. I would say that. Very long time. I also think it's kind of strange that Kawhi Leonard has made the USA team when he's injury prone a lot. So I don't know.
He's not gonna go.
Yeah, he probably won't go. But
that's not stranger than Joel Embiid being here as a Cameroonian.
They pursued him.
Yeah, what they give him, bro? A calf?
They pursued him heavily.
Okay, we're not doing this.
Right, and he could have joined. He could have joined France.
France,
too.
yeah, bro.
And if he was
Rudy Gobert and Wembanyama, whoa, who would play the 3? It'd be Embiid. It'd be Wemby. Wouldn't it be Wemby playing the 3? Wemby at the 3, Embiid at the 4, and Gobert at the 5. Bro, what would that even be?
I don't know.
But since we're on Wemby, but because I do have something I wanted to get to, but I just wanted to talk about the way that social media is going and the unchecked balances that are going around where people can say whatever they want to say.
Because Wemby don't like American women.
He don't,
which is a lie.
And he's equating American women to NBA YoungBoy, which, as you guys know who that is. The problem is that the Twitter page that first reported this is called NBA Centel. Okay, it is a parody off of the page NBA Central. Okay, so there is a spelling difference of an R that is being omitted from NBA Centel. And what NBA Centel does, for those of you that don't know or give a fuck, is that they basically make exaggerated parody claims of the regular information that comes from the NBA Central page.
Oh, yes.
But what is happening is that this is one of the first times that something that NBA Centel posted, exactly, not to be confused with Central, but Centel posted, that is gaining traction. All the hip hop sites, all the affiliate sites are reposting
affiliates,
this.
Nigga.
Right? And they're not even posting that they're getting it from NBA Centel, but they're saying it with such certainty that when Wembanyama does not fuck with American women and he thinks that they're all like NBA Youngboy. And it's really sad because I saw
what
when
the fuck does that mean?
They're ratchet, they're crazy, they're not feminine, they're not soft, they're not any of those things. They're rough. Oh, we'll get to that, but no, we won't get to that.
We won't get to that. But
we won't get to that. But I did want to end. I wanted to end off with a question I wanted to ask you guys.
So sweet. I get to answer.
Yeah.
I get to speak.
Yeah. You do. So
did y'all talk before we came or something?
Did who talk?
Like y'all.
No. Well, talk in terms of like.
No, like y'all been having like a very interesting back and forth. There's some brother thing I need to know about.
What?
No, but whatever it is, you can.
I agree with you that he seems like he's mad about something when you said that or whatever.
Something going on with y'all.
Like, why is he mad?
Okay, well then I guess this is a perfect segue then.
Yeah.
So this weekend I had an interesting weekend, which kind of interfered with what I had going on, just normally in my everyday goings.
Does anybody understand what he just said?
No.
Kenny, if you can follow me. If just anyway. What I will say is this, and I guess I'm going to try to word it in a question. A situation that was brought to my attention affected how I kind of treated or handled a secondary person. So
my head hurts.
So with that, I will say, how would you guys feel if somebody that you knew for a long time, someone that you worked with, someone that you've done stuff with, that you've helped, you've been involved with them for an extended period of time.
Are we friends?
Sure.
Is this a male or
wait.
female?
Are we friends or not? Because you're saying sure.
But because what does friends mean? That's like such an arbitrary word.
Have they been to my home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this a woman or a male?
For the context of this conversation, it's a woman.
Have her and I slept together?
Have I slept with her?
No, you asking us a question.
So I'm clarifying the type of person.
No, I have not slept. I have not slept with this person.
Any thinly veiled allure, lingering eye contact, flirtation, kisses, anything?
No.
Okay. So I'm just one of those where I just kind of be there for you, totally friendly. If anything, I'm on a big brother tip.
Yeah.
But we've known each other for many years.
Yeah.
I understand.
So something happens in the zeitgeist of our lives, or whatever you call it, whatever you want. Something occurs that changes. Okay. So for the example of this made up situation, I would say that somebody that I'm related to and the person that he's dating gets in a conflict with this person that I'm talking about. And then, she now distances herself from me and the person that I'm related to, and distances herself to the point where she goes on social media to remake production that I gave her and a song that we made together.
What is this industry shit?
So someone that I know sent me a clip of this girl playing the song that we made together, the production that I did, and she's soliciting producers to remake it because she removed it from streaming. Now, thinking about the history that you have with this person and everything that you've done for this person, and thinking about the thing that separate.
Is this guy talking about?
You can say the word. I'm just gonna blanket. So I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
She's getting a production. She's getting somebody to remake.
She's posting the song that we made.
What song?
The one that has the end of it. She posted on social media
to try to get the remake because she wants a
to
record.
get somebody to remake the beat because the fact that her got into an argument was so traumatizing for her that she cannot continue cordial business with me, who came down the stairs to basically tell everybody to relax and calm down, that it's not that serious. So it is such a dire situation that she felt like she had to block all our family off of all social media and then turn around, play the song that we made together, and solicit producers around the world that, hey, here's an opportunity for you to make a different beat than this bullshit that this nigga gave me so that I can go and re-upload it and have a new career with it.
But we know that
disconnected from this person.
But we know she's not gonna pay.
All right,
No, sit right there.
She knows. We know she's not gonna pay.
You might want
though.
to sit down for this.
She's not gonna pay, right? Because
imagine.
But what's the question?
Did you get paid for that?
I didn't get paid for anything from this individual, but I
Because
guess
that's even more wild.
Do you have papers on who owns the music with them, or that's just a buddy?
Because wait, that song. Wait. If that song was out, though, isn't it on SoulCan?
potentially, yeah, it could be there.
So then your name is on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the simple fact that this is even happening.
Yeah, but y'all are oppie right now.
They shouldn't be.
It's real oppie.
Why are you an op with me?
Yeah.
Why are you an op with
Oh,
Christopher?
because on everything, it's like if I have that much of an issue with people you're that close to, then I also have
Because
an
you
issue.
didn't want to say hi, and then you blew up, and then had a big argument, and you had like when you really think about the genesis
I
of
think
the
we're
thing,
glossing
it's
over the
insane.
fact that she used to be with this nigga. Probably still is.
No.
We're not glossing over that, or you're saying that's not a fact.
That's not a fact.
Pardon?
That is not a fact.
Fam, you used to like.
No.
Bro, I used to think.
But this is not.
I used to not know this girl had other.
Wait. This is not. But that's not why that would be happening because that was years ago, my nigga.
Yeah, but love don't tell time. She probably still feels away.
No.
Because
Feels away about what?
Oh, I'll keep it real. Because how many niggas have really put her up the way you did? Go ahead, I'll wait.
Say that again.
How many niggas have been putting her up and holding her down the way you did?
None of them. Talking about time,
bro. Because let me tell you something. A girl only forgets the last guy she was with when the next guy's better.
My nigga.
If you the best,
my nigga.
Still, it could be 10. She'll still be thinking about what was going on.
She moved on and had whole new relationships. What are we talking about?
Who's that nigga?
I don't know.
All right then.
But
we know.
I guess
I know she moved on to a new nigga was still asking you for gas money. So obviously it wasn't going that good.
Maybe he's just not.
And I guess my major point of contention is that it affected.
She's opting somebody who's close to you, so she's opting with you.
It affected me so much.
That doesn't make no sense, Trivelle.
I didn't say it makes sense, but I'm saying it's what she's doing.
Yeah,
What's clear is that
that's
what she's doing.
nasty. Actually, you know what? That tells me that you. That tells me that you're very bored.
I'm oppie with people.
I'm very bored. You're telling me that I'm gonna go online. I'm gonna remove.
Because I want the record. But
you have it.
I don't want to fuck with this nigga no more.
You're not fucking with me. We don't have to talk.
You don't want to fuck with the brother of the guy
niggas that I've never spoke to.
I don't want no
tried
association.
To be cordial and
I don't want no association with none of y'all.
Nigga. He tried to calm down the situation.
Make a new record
and pointless.
Make a new record. Make a new record. Can you not make a new record?
I like this one.
Oh man, that's bad.
I like it. Ashanti did the same thing with
She made 100 new records before she went and did
She's
that.
not trying to she's not trying to make a new record. She's trying to remake the pre-existing.
Because she don't have fucking rights to it. What are we talking about? Can we not do that?
And the song already
she don't have rights to her music.
This person's song is not.
Actually, before she did that, she tried to get the rights back first.
So now has she hit you for the rights?
Wait, you talking about?
No, because he's talking about Ashanti. No, he's saying he tried to compare it to Ashanti. I'm saying before Ashanti started.
Did she hit you for anything with the music?
No, but she asked for the master files and then she just took everything down from all streaming platforms. But I guess my problem is that it affected me so much that it's someone that I cared about and appreciated a lot.
We all cared about
that it affected my interaction with that person because this was looming over my head because I didn't know, to be honest with you, because this is the first time I'm actually talking about it. Besides the person that was still on her social media that showed me that this was happening, showed me the video. Like I have footage of her soliciting other people to come and remake something that I put blood, sweat, and tears.
You know how grimy that is?
I don't know. Well, I don't know if you have this person on social media, you can probably see it. That's a different type of
grime, yo.
But like, do you understand? Crazy. Do you understand? Like, I did nothing. All I did was try to come down and calm everybody down and point out the hypocrisies between both people that were wilding out about something that was insignificant.
In your opinion. You don't know how they feel about that.
Yeah, because then that means it's something else. But why do I have to be put at the center of something that has nothing to do with me?
If you tell anybody the story of exactly what happened, they would come around the same sort of conclusion.
Anyway, I'm just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate for me, for the person that I fucks with that felt that energy from me, because that was looming. Like, that's my only point, because at the end of the day, everyone's going to do what they're going to do, and it's fine. Like, that is okay. But working so hard on something, working with someone for such an extended period of time, laying down your life and your time for this person, and then they turn around and treat it that way is just so interesting. Like, to be honest, if I had recorded this the day that it happened, I would have been yelling, screaming, acting erratic. But what is the point?
And bro, he did all that stuff for her for free though. So it's even crazy.
Never collected anything.
It's crazy to do something for free for somebody out of respect and out of creative, synergy and what have you. And then you have a falling out, even though the falling out really shouldn't affect what you already put out. But
like, why is it affecting that?
But you may, because I'm trying to think from an artist's point of view, if I was in this situation, I may contemplate doing that to a record that I don't have out.
Well, yeah, because there is no traces of it anywhere, and it doesn't exist.
That's what I'm saying.
In a legal standpoint.
Because there's a part of me that will still say, "Fuck it, I already have the song, putting it out."
I think there's a version to where you guys don't understand the level of animosity that exists for that person towards the situation with both of you.
But
I think you both have a blind spot where that's concerned, which is okay. I'm not.
No, but what is the animosity towards him about?
Thank you. What is the animosity towards me?
You have to ask that question if that's a question you want.
No, but you can't, because it's not
a question that should be answered, but it doesn't have to be, because nothing has to be anything.
Yo, if I talk to somebody all the time and I realize that I'm the one who always calls them every single time. This is the only.
Yeah, you're allowed to.
If I stop calling you and you never fucking call me again, yo, fam, and you never call me again, yo. I mean, never. Then we know what type of relationship this is. I'm not chasing you down to find out why you don't call me. Like, I'm just not doing it, because you've proven that the only reason we talked was because of me. And you know me. You know my life. You know where I live. You know my this. You know my that. And now that I've called you 365 days of the year every day, and I decided to stop, you don't even hit me up once to find out why I stopped calling you? I'm just saying.
I understand the feeling. But
Mm.
I think it's just more a sign that there's a lot of water under this bridge that maybe we didn't even know.
And can you make sense of it on your own from just watching from a
third party perspective?
I don't have enough details.
You do have enough. You have all of the details.
Because everything you know is what it is.
That's why you're saying everything you know is what it is.
I didn't come with a Swiss Army knife, and start stabbing this person.
Everything you know is what it is. So what would make, like me, I was there, and I'm shocked what he's telling me right now.
And I purposely didn't say anything.
Like, I'm shocked
to react to
that is the case. Like, I'm not shocked that she stopped talking to him. That's not a shocker.
If you don't want to talk to him, who cares? I don't
cool.
care if anybody talks to him.
Like, who cares? People don't talk to people. That's fine. Whatever.
That's fine.
I'm not shocked that if he had something in the tuck and then she decided she doesn't want to put that out anymore.
Or
I understand that too.
That of something that didn't.
I could understand too. But you can't convince me that something happened enough between me and her, or me and him and her, or whatever, for her to
stand on business like that.
That's not standing on no business.
He's a businessman and a multimillionaire.
What
so
is
maybe there is a part of business that I'm not.
There's no fucking business there, brother.
No. For me, I mean, look, integrity is integrity. How you hold a partner is how you hold a partner. If it was me musically, I think you just make new music. If you want to pull it,
that's what you do,
and it's just not, it's not wavy for you no more. I think you pull it, because for me, it definitely sends a message.
You sending a message
to try and remake it,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? That is sending a more of an opposition message.
She's putting negative energy in the air by
But I
doing
also,
that.
but I also, you could maybe tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think she's really deep in it like that. I think that
That's why I'm saying this is weird.
I literally think it was like an exclusively selfish thought. Woke up in the morning, I want this record back. Let me get it remade.
You know what? If she was standing on business, you know what I respect more? She hit him up and said, yo, fam, just want to let you know, that record, I'm going to try to get it remade, yo. Because, like, I just can't stand the fact that you're... That you
share the same last name and the blood. Well, not the blood, because we have different blood.
That your brother... Whatever, like, that situation.
Your brother broke my heart or whatever it is.
No, and I didn't. That's the joke. Somebody else cheesed you, and you took it out on me, which is cool. Because we're all human, nobody's perfect, and you refuse to have a conversation with me.
And the thing is, what I'll say is, the thing about art is, I'm not saying that song brought in
money,
cheers. Hundreds of thousands, hundreds, tens, even like,
yeah.
I couldn't even tell you what the song actually brought in. I'd have to look at the SoCan splits. But it's the fact, like, yo, I don't know about you people, maybe some people that are tuning in, and this will be the last part we go because we're at the number. But when you are creatively engaged in something, creatively from an artist's perspective, painting, music, lyrics, poems, whatever it is, like, you lose a piece of yourself to create that product, or at least I do. Maybe I'm just speaking to my own selfish, narcissistic. You take a piece of yourself and you put something out there, and all your experiences that you went through, positive, negative, you put it towards a final product. It could be a song that's prolific and thought-provoking. It could be a song about shaking ass and titties. It doesn't matter. But the fact is that you took something from you and put it in a different medium that's going to now take a life of its own and be interpreted by people. When someone plays with that because they think that they can, and they're just discounting all the time and energy and everything that you've ever put or given to them, it's just so disheartening. Honestly, it honestly is. It's like, because I understand that today you can feel a different way, but you're now Marty McFlying and actively going into the past and changing things that have already existed.
People do that.
And trying to.
You can't rob people's ability to show you how little
that they actually thought of you.
They're willing to let the past mean, and
yes, that's true.
In a weird way, you have to be thankful. That is a very valuable life lesson. Because what you're talking about is holding reverence for things, right? Mm-hmm. Which is to say that we're not cool no more. We're not where we were. But at that time, in that moment, that was special. Let's protect that. That's holding reverence. Mm-hmm. People don't hold reverence.
You're right.
And it is heartbreaking, but a necessary truth to know. Somebody will look you in the eye and hold no reverence for something.
Yeah.
And whatever it means to you is what it means to you. But people aren't delicate with things. Like, I understand what you're talking about. You're talking about this sort of delicacy and respect. Bro, I'm the same way about people like that from like back in the day. Like, if you catch a dude from high school and you're like, yo, you know what, man? I don't know this guy right now. I don't know what he's living. I don't know. But I went to high school with this guy. There's a way I'm going to hold him. There's a way. Because there was a period of time where I used to roll with this guy every day.
Every day.
But we've all met niggas who don't really do that either.
Yeah.
So this is no different. Reverence is not a universal gift.
I think you're now experiencing what I experienced with that person, just from a different vantage point. Because, like I said, no matter what transpired, there's no way that anybody could have told me that me and Shorty would never be cool again.
And I guess that's just a reality.
I never. You could tell me because we've moved on. We've had girls. She's had boys. Like, you know what I mean. Like, she's had her own relationships. I've had my own relationships. We've done. You know what I mean. But and T has been, and people who have been around have seen all of the shit that I've done for that person. All of it. So put it. And again, I'm not perfect. So there's things that I haven't done that is right, but. All of the shit that I did, everything, and I mean, I did everything you can fucking imagine. For someone to tell me that would make us never talk again, you couldn't. I would lose that bet.
Same thing, reverence.
I would. So I took that.
They're holding no reverence.
I took that from what you said from a time ago, and just through experience, they say, yo, I'm actually happy I learned that lesson, because any motherfucking person can turn on you at any point in time, no matter how you feel about what experience you experienced with that person. Just because you care about them or what you made or what you did with them doesn't mean they look at it the same way. And that is the sad part about life. But that's the part that we have to learn, or else we're just going to continue to get hurt every single time, all the time, in every facet of our fucking life. Because we're like, yo, I was with this nigga every day. I was with this girl every day. I gave this money. I took this person to the hospital. I did this, and this is how they. And then you're gonna be crushed. Yeah, you're gonna be crushed every single time. Instead of saying, "Oh, that's how you're moving. Thank you for letting me know who you are. I appreciate it," because you and me are not the same that way. We don't look at things like that. That is extreme. You wouldn't do that to somebody, right? But somebody would do that to you. So you have to be prepared for that, so that if it does happen, it doesn't rock your world that way, yo. And that's why, that's ever since her, nothing has rocked me with people in any relationship or any friendship that I have with nobody. Anybody that tells me shit, anybody that acts like I talk to them for 3 months straight, 6 months every day, and all of a sudden I don't talk to them anymore, I don't fucking care.
Chalk it up to the game.
I'm just like, oh, guess that another one bites the dust.
Boom, boom, boom. Ladies and gentlemen.
Another one bites the dust. And actually, you know what? Give me that beat, yo. The fuck?
No,
give me that beat.
No, I will.
Give me that beat.
Oh, right now?
No, he means like.
No, give me that beat.
Okay, I'll give you the beat.
Saying give him the music.
Give me that beat.
You got something for her.
Give me that beat. Me T Styles. T Styles. You want to go on that?
Feature? I'll do it.
You want to go on that?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm serious.
It has been. I'll do it.
I'm dead ass.
It's not going to be that difficult. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been. You might want to sit down for this.
It's a full-time Jack move.
67. Hope everybody has an amazing time, an amazing life.
Sorry for everything we've ever done ever in life.
I apologize for everything that I've done.
We're not perfect. None of us is perfect.
Hope you can see through it. All right, everybody, have a great time, man. Inshallah, we gonna get where we gotta go. Let's go. Hi there. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule and life and endeavors to take a listen to You Might Want to Sit Down for This. You Might Want to Sit Down for This is not subsidized by any third-party organization. It is an independently owned operation from Spoke Podcast Network. Hope everybody has an amazing week and all their dreams and wishes and things that they want for themselves comes true, and nothing stands in the way of your happiness, and nothing prevents you from feeling the best that you can feel. If you've ever made a mistake, admitting your faults, learning and growing, there's never anything wrong. As long as you strive to be better than you were yesterday, especially with people you care about. Stay safe, stay alert, like, comment, subscribe.
This concludes our broadcast.
You might want to sit down for this.